Hello! Greetings and welcome to you, brave citizens of our new world. It is I, Toronto's greatest supervillain and evil genius, Dr. Deora, coming to you live from the Lair 4.0 once again this evening as your kind and benevolent DM, one would like to hope. And we are joined, of course, here by our wonderful players, the B Team, as they make their way across the continent of Emerron. We are joined, of course, by these lovely people. We've got from the top of the list here, our boy Esteban playing our skeleton archer, Talrand.
No bees as of yet, but...
Yet. Big distinction. We're going to get there. Oh, hold on. There's a little... I did not have the chat. I'm going to get the chat just as soon as it allows me to have my chat. There we go. And boom, there we go. So hello to everybody who's in the chat as well. Before we continue down our list of wonderful, beautiful people that we love, we've got ourselves... Yeah, you will give me the chat. I require the chat. We've got a Cutie Kitsune here. We got Tonberry Queen. We got Rainer, Mercenary Pen. We got Claire in here. Kara the Volcano Shark and a Kildaka Gray. Hello, everybody. You wonderful people. Come on in. Get a seat. And, of course, up next on our list of players, we've got a one Rainer playing our Draconian Sorcerer, Drakiar.
We're all up in Paladin Town.
Indeed. Up next, we've got Kaldaka Gray playing our Kobold Cleric named Snick.
Snick may or may not be about to smite a bitch, even though I don't have that spell. I will find a way.
We will do this. I require a smite. And, of course, we've got Quad coming in from his channel, taking a sweet time away from his busy schedule from streaming to come and play with us folks here, playing some D&D, playing Alloy, our Warforged Warrior.
A kind DM would not send us to a place like this.
I'm not sorry. A kind DM, I think, might send you to a place like this, but then he might still be your friend. Ask for your forgiveness, perhaps. You know how one does. But yes, and then we also have Palanthir, champion that he is, coming in playing our Air Genasi rogue, Caleb.
So, wait, I'm a champion now?
Why not?
Not sure how that happened, but...
You as a person.
Oh.
Yeah, you.
Still don't know how that happened. Huh?
Yeah, well, it's one of those things. It's like, God, I've got another game that I'm playing, and we made a little joke about Divinity, where it's like, yeah, you know, you do an insight check on this guy, and you realize for some reason, apparently no reason whatsoever, that this man is God-woken. You just know this for no reason at all. It's like, what does that mean? Nothing. It doesn't mean anything. I was like, okay. Like, why not? And last, but most certainly not least, we have our wonderful Ambisaurus Rex coming and playing our Goblin Bard by the name of Piffles.
I like kazoos.
Woo! And of course, our one NB here is using my new headset to sort of communicate with all of us here, as my new headset came with a detachable microphone, which is actually quite good. So we should be able to hear NB quite a bit better this evening than previous. So here's hoping that we get a little more gobbo bean gob for the evening. But
testing it out.
when last we left our intrepid heroes, our adventurers, as they were making their way across the world, they had found themselves into the village, the ruins of a place called Deora. I'm gonna just zoom in a little bit here. There we go. There we go. There's our boy. There's our boy! And as you guys had ridden up on your carriage, As you sorry, I'm very proud of myself. As you guys rode up on your carriage, you were stopped by a gentleman stepping out into the road, identifying himself as a one Samuel Brightblade, carrying a long two-handed sword sheathed to his back. He stands about in the sort of the dilapidated ruins of the town here, with a small contingent of other people. The look on his face is one of definite concern and confusion as you guys roll up in your carriage, and then when he stops you in the road, introducing himself as, I'm Samuel Brightblade, Paladin of the Light. What brings you to this strange place?
We are heading north.
Indeed. I can understand that your business is likely your own, as you travel along roads not taken by many for some time. I must admit I'm a touch concerned. Your safety here may not necessarily be guaranteed for the next while.
And we will not stay here long.
He looks a bit off and sort of shifts a bit in his feet and says, I regret to inform you that the road north out of this town has been barricaded by other members of our order. We now prepare for a training exercise. Some of the dead occasionally wander north here from the kingdom south, and moving up from the sunken kingdom. And for some time it has been not but a few zombies, not but small undead that we would be able to dispatch easily, but now has grown into... And he sort of trails off and comes back to the conversation. Creatures that defy explanation. Are you yourselves, as adventurers, are you capable in combat?
Do us inside here hear what is going on?
Yeah, you'd hear this conversation.
I toss him my hunter's token. Moderately.
Yeah. Oh, dude, yes. Dude. Roll... I'm going to say roll persuasion with advantage. $12. Oh, okay, cool.
Fuck
as
my
he,
advantage, apparently.
yeah,
That's a
fine.
performance.
Oh, that's
I'll
performance,
say it's
yeah.
the same roll. It doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
That's fine.
He's not. He's
yeah.
not charismatic.
Well, no. And as he catches the medallion, he looks at it and he goes, "Oh, you're a member of the Hunters Guild. Of course. My apologies. Goodness, this must seem." He chuckles. This must seem trivial to someone of your order. Are you your traveling compatriots? Are they similarly skilled?
Aye. Yes, they are.
Indeed. And he tosses the medallion back to you. If you would like, we have a structure that you could move your wagon into for safety while we fight off some of the creatures that make their way north. They should be here relatively soon. Would you be amenable to standing with our forces to hold this ground?
Ali's just going to turn around and look at Halrand.
What do you think, boss?
I'll have to confer with the rest of our members. We have some unique characters amongst our party.
Certainly. I wouldn't expect much less from the Hunters Guild. But do not tarry. We do not have much time. And with that, he actually excuses himself and steps a good distance away to speak with some of the other men that are there. There is altogether about 6 of them. And they all together have, like, you know, they're wearing plate mail, some of them carrying maces and shields, others carrying swords and shields, and then himself, Samuel, carries a large two-handed sword.
Goody. So, Aloy, shall we pop inside for just a second so we can chat with the rest of the party in a hopefully relatively confined space?
That would be preferable.
So, relay what happened to them, and so friends, I don't think we want to try and take on a paladin order.
Nope.
No.
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 No. And besides, the way he described it, it would seem that if the undead are getting more stronger, more monstrous, this may be some of Waycrest's experiments.
If it's even Waycrest, you heard him say they were coming from the town. They were coming from the Sunken Kingdom, right?
Aye. At least,
Yes, right.
if not Waycrest himself, Waycrest's compatriots. The only question I have, though, since we don't want to go against them, do we fight with them? Or do we stand to the side? Because if we do fight with them, there's a decent chance that they'll pick up on some of the more obvious visual differences between us and regular people.
I may have my disguise, but I don't know how well. I do not believe I'd be able to uphold it that well in the middle of combat.
Especially in a pinch, you suddenly start spewing acid from your mouth. I mean, call me. I'm not well versed in human biology, but I highly doubt humans can just go bleh, and acid comes flying out.
Well, I do have the spell Dragon's Breath, which I could use to explain it.
Perhaps we don't need to fight
Fire.
right next to them.
Sneck is... As much as Sneck is not keen on this whole situation, do you believe that these people are capable of the enemy of my enemy is my friend situation?
I don't know. If I was to roll a knowledge check, would I know of these people, Doc?
Yeah, try it. Like you may have distant memories of their order from when you were alive.
A religion check or
Religion or history? I'll let you choose.
Okay, I also make a check for my research.
Go for it.
13?
Okay, I'll let.
Oh, no,
5.
I know nothing about this order.
Yeah, you've never seen the sort of crests that are on them, but estimate Talron actually has seen this order before. They're not inquisitors, these guys. These guys are guards empowered by the light. They take their training very seriously, and they're very efficient and very powerful when it comes to fighting the undead in specific, but they don't hold tenets beyond protecting their charge. That, like, to them, their most guarded and their most important thing that they could ever do is protect whoever it is that they were told to protect. Like, that's their job, and it's their only thing that they do. They don't ask questions. They don't, fucking interrogate people. They just do their job.
They're sentinels.
Yeah. They are holy guards. They are like, you have your standard city guards, and then these guards are like the royal guards further into the empire. You've heard a lot about them. They're very straight-laced. You've never seen one in person before.
The city guards deal with thugs and pickpockets. These guys deal with things that the city guards don't deal with.
Yeah, so like if something really ugly is happening in a place that like you monster hunters aren't doing when you come in, then like these guys show up and like glass floor a place in order to like get out a problem, and then they leave. But it's always under orders. And thank you for the hydrate.
So, first of all, do you tell us this?
Yes, I say I don't think it's impossible. And us helping them would probably go a long way to making it more possible.
Yeah, especially if their whole thing is to protect what they're supposed to protect, then anything that is not trying to harm that thing and is also helping to protect it kind of jives with their entire life philosophy.
While they may turn a blind eye to some of us, would they be able to turn a blind eye to you, looking at Talren, the skeleton of our group?
The undead.
I don't know. But I feel like being more upfront with them about most of us, at least, being more upfront with about most of us. If they are willing to not push further on my case, perhaps. But
surprising them in the middle of combat, if like you drop concentration or something because you get hit, would be a bad thing, especially when if they don't know. Oh, look, this one undead guy, he's on our team. Because if all of a sudden your disguise drops and they just see an undead, they're gonna just kill you without thinking about it because you're just a random undead that's on the battlefield.
Well, he doesn't use magic for his disguise. He just
I was about to say I half use magic, and I believe I currently am magicked to look human.
But do you have to, like, is there any kind of save or whatever you have to take in order to keep up the facade should it drop?
It is a concentration spell.
Okay, so yeah.
No, no, it's not. I'm just.
Yeah, thankfully that spell in specific is in concentration based.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just a duration thing.
It's to stop people from being like, "Are you under an illusion?" and then like slapping the shit out of you and waiting to see if it drops. Yeah.
But at least, again, being more forward with what exactly who we are per se
might be a good idea. Also, if anyone, I believe Dracula would have at least some ability to draw because they'd have to draw like runes and stuff for anything you wanted to capture for history.
Doc's already put drawing under a performance check, which is charisma based, which I'm good at.
Yeah. Would you be possible, Dracula, to draw a picture of kind of like the zombified beholder and like some of the different creatures that were in that book that kind of went poof? Just rough sketches so that we could show them and be like, are these the kinds of things you're fighting? If so, they are monsters that like even we want gone.
Have you seen this boy?
Basically,
boy.
These things are sacrilegious even to us.
Would I be able to do that, Doc?
Yeah, you remember these creatures quite vividly. You would be able to sketch them down.
I feel like we should lie through our teeth slightly about where we're from.
I don't think we should mention where we're from. I think we should present them with a sketch and be like, are these the kinds of things you're fighting? And if they say yes, like we can basically pull okay, well, we may be very different from you, but these things are basically sacrilegious to us. So we hate them as much as you possibly could.
I was going to go with telling them that we're disposable assets to hunt monsters like this that the Hunters Guild can't usually get to.
Yes, but that's a lie. Or we can just technically tell the truth. Technically.
Actually, that's not a lie. That's a truth. That is the entire truth about our entire time in Alderth. We were contracted, past tense, not current, as disposable assets.
We're just leaving out the fact that we were contracted once, and this has not become a regular thing yet.
This is true.
Total truth. We can say that I have an active hunter's mark with permission from the leader of the Hunters Guild.
Yeah,
well, you did show him your hunter's mark, and like that's
and it's up to date. Like
not only is it up to date, but like if he sees that you're a skeleton and you have that, there's no fucking way you got that off of a hunter like
No.
by killing them. Like,
Especially of that rank.
That didn't happen. like they're reasonably assured that like there's like you know at least the reputation of the medallion that you hold, that there is no way that fucking skeletons would get their hand on it aside from yourself.
Most likely, right? Most likely, explanation is what actually happened. You were a hunter. You died. You got resurrected as a skeleton.
Except this is a modern mark.
Yeah.
So if anything, that just kind of cements home the like, okay, yeah, no, there's no way in hell that he was given one without whoever he gave him this knowing what he was. Wasn't happening.
We tell them. We mostly imply that we're still actively contracted indefinitely with the Hunters Guild.
And
But-
show them the drawings.
You know, telling them that we were sent after such monsters and things like that. Yeah. But more so to give us beyond a suspicious background of monsters working for the hunter, you know, tossing me a hunter's mark. We lean into it slightly more so that it's...
You want to try to play the gambit of like, if this guild trusts us, then you should too.
A
That,
little
like,
bit.
We've earned their trust, and so like you should similarly feel that way.
Watch our actions. If you have problems with it, raise questions. But for the most part, we should have until proven guilty trust.
Yeah, I'm going to start doing what Snek suggested and sketching down.
Okay.
Yeah. See if we're on the same page as to what these things are.
You have like parchment and like charcoals and inks and stuff like that on you. It doesn't take you long to like quickly do a sketch up of like the sort of abomination beholder and some of the larger zombies that were sort of stitched together from multiple people in like a sketch form. Takes you like maybe 2 minutes to do a quick sketch.
Can Snek have the sketches?
I also remember that I looked at the book about making these, and I saw a few more. Would I be able to get those?
Sure. Like
We're just trying to see if we're fighting the same things, basically. Like if they're on the
Yeah.
same page as we are.
Yeah. After you see Samuel finish like talking with one of the guards, and that guard like nods to him, salutes, and then moves to take his post within a building nearby, and then he turns and waits at that distance for you to like call him over.
Are we ready, folks?
Can
I'm good
Snek
to
have
go.
the sketches? Snek wants to present the sketches. Snek has to.
You want to present the sketches?
Well, after Talron talks to him.
Okay.
Like, let's
No,
get that
whenever.
established first. Yeah.
All right. If he wants to present the sketches,
Like, let Talron talk to him and see if we can't sort this out first. And then once that conversation happens, then we'll address the sketches.
Talrand waves Samuel over.
Yeah, he marches over to you promptly and with purpose.
So going out of his way to kind of hide from, like, Talrand would be just outside the carriage, largely making sure the door was almost fully closed so that people inside could still hear the conversation.
Mm-hmm. But like he can't see into any of those people.
Yeah.
And what say you?
We want to help, and we will help, but we need some assertions because we are not even a regular level of abnormal hunter group.
How do you mean?
I'm going to drop an illusion I have on myself. I would request that you try not to immediately run me through.
Understood. He sort of like gives you a nod.
I do my best to make sure it's only him that could possibly see me,
Oh yeah, no,
So-
the rest of the guards are at a long distance from where you guys are standing.
and I drop my illusion.
As your illusion drops, he sort of like, you see his eyes widen a little bit, but he maintains his stance. His eyes focus in just a bit, and then you see there's like a flash of like holy golden energy that goes across his eyes as he's looking at you, and then he looks at you, looks at the carriage, looks at the horses, back to the carriage, and back to you and says, "You are a strange party of monster hunters indeed. You are the very thing that they often destroy, and yet you carry their metal."
In my life, I was one, and in my death, I never stopped. Much like you, I don't care for those that ruin lives of innocents.
Roll me persuasion with advantage, because you showed him the mark. Because that was a smart play. An 8. No, that's okay. I was like, ooh, that's not very high. He furrows his brow, and you see like a look of conflict just set in to his face. He says, "This is very strange. I must admit, this is a bit beyond my understanding."
I am the one that would probably be most of a problem for you, as I am very undead.
I worry that you may be the next thing that they're sending to us, that this is some kind of trick. But you carry a hunter's medal, and you have been, at the very least, honest with me up to this point. Were this a ruse, honesty would not be your first play. He sort of puts one of his gauntlets to his chin and gives a pondering look.
We care not for the undead. We worked with the Lady Huntress in Alderth to chase out a vampire lord that had taken residence and was proving to be a problem.
Lady Maria.
Aye. She was the one that signed off on me having that token.
And he nods slowly. He says, "You must understand my position is a bit strange to be speaking of one such as you, with a vampire in your carriage, and you carrying the medal. It does, of course, seem a bit bizarre."
The vampire in the carriage is the reason why I sought south to Alderth in the first place. For after I died a human, and I resurrected a skeleton, I could not forget my own child.
It is certainly complicated.
Aye.
Members of the Church and of the Inquisition would say that monsters are monsters and that we should cleanse you of this corruption that has taken root in your soul, so that you may enjoy your afterlife with your daughter and with your compatriots. That said, if I were to do so, then we may not be able to hold our post here against the coming fight. My duty, first and foremost, is to hold this ground.
And we'd like to help you with that. But, because, especially, we don't like the gentleman to the south. The vampire lord we killed fled into the Sunken Kingdom.
He sort of inclines his head a little bit towards you and says, "A vampire lord fled to the Sunken Kingdom."
Aye. When we dispersed him in his manor in Alderth, his body went off into the Sunken Kingdom. His shade.
He scratches his chin a little bit. This is a complex and difficult situation.
We did encounter a number of their disturbing experiments while we were there. They seemed to be plying their hand at flesh crafting. Truly horrific experiments.
Hearing this is when Sneck would kind of exit the carriage and start kind of walking over, holding the pieces of paper.
Roll
Like the
a
sketches.
persuasion check.
Who?
Me or Tallery?
You, Kaldaka. Cool.
We're doing great.
As you step out of
Fine.
the
All
carriage,
fine.
with the piece of paper in hand, with the sketches on it, you see his hand almost reaches for his sword and then goes back to his side. As he was not expecting you to exit the vehicle when
Fair
you
enough.
did that. So he was just like, hey, cool. Everybody be cool.
Samuel, Snack, Samuel.
So Sneck's kind of
There's
walking
no
towards
staffing.
him and holding the sheets of paper out. And the look on Sneck's face is this almost determined calm. Like he's just
Nice.
really, really, really focused on something.
As you
And he-
as you approach and you like hold up the paper to him, he
You kill these?
gives you like a stern nod and reaches down to accept the parchment from you.
You kill these? These are what you killing?
Yeah, and he like takes the parchment and like looks that over and goes, "You have seen these creatures."
We have burned these creatures. So you help us, or you can stand over there and we'll go kill them. But they're dying. For good.
He like gives you a little respectful nod, like you got a lot.
For once, Sneck's overzealous.
Yeah, you got a lot of moxie for a rat. That's weird.
Sneck's like a little black lizard with bright green, like toxic green eyes.
Oh, he very much can't tell the difference. You're, like non-approved Empire races are just like, sub creatures. But when you're just like, we're gonna kill these monsters, and he's just like,
With or without you.
Okay, fuck. Yeah,
Very much.
so,
We will kill these with or without you.
yeah, and he goes, very well, and he hands the sheet back to you and says, I will show you where you can park your carriage within the building nearby, the center of this town which we much hold. Those of you who wish to remain in the carriage may do so. Those of you who wish to step out may do so and aid us. I will let my men know that some unorthodox members of the Hunters Guild will be joining us.
Sneck needs to clarify one additional thing.
Speak.
Sneck's understanding is your entire order is devoted to protecting various things. It is your highest command to protect certain things at all costs.
That is correct.
Okay. This group feels the same way about a member who is in that carriage. We ask that no one from your group goes near that carriage.
He kind of like looks sidelong at the carriage and then takes a knee so that he can speak to you on level and says, the other members of the order that travel with me today have not yet been blessed by the light as I have. They cannot see her the way that I do.
Good.
If she
Then to order them
remains
to stay
within
away
the
from the
carriage,
wagon.
yeah, if she remains within the carriage, and we survive this, then it will be done.
Good. Make
Thank
sure
you.
they're aware of that, because no one's going into that wagon but us.
He stands and, again, like looking conflicted, and says, like, well, yes, protecting this town is our immediate order, but understand that the Order of the Light, our paladins, are charged with the protection of this empire. And allowing
have no
you to
qualm with
continue through the empire obviously goes against those orders. That said, it's not going to matter to anybody if we don't survive the night. The undead
It only
that
goes against
approach
the
from
Empire if
south,
we're a threat to the Empire.
many would argue that you are, and that you are not to be trusted, and that you speak lies, and that all of this nonsense is somehow some ridiculous coincidence.
And yet we come from the direction of the Empire and it still stands.
Indeed. It is all
You can-
very confusing.
You can sense the truth somewhat, Paladin.
He nods
Use
to you.
whichever wish you use whatever means you wish. I am not lying to you. I have not lied to you, nor do I wish to. I just want those abominations destroyed.
I know
And
that the
for
rest of us
the carriage to be safe.
know that the rest of us, above all else, would prefer to be able to live safely and in peace.
And he gives you an appraising look, like he looks like he's staring right into you for a moment.
Don't stare too far into the soul. At least one other thing might stare back at you.
Yeah, yeah. Minimum one other thing. He like cautiously steps forward to you and puts his hand out to shake.
I shake his hand.
Once again, as you take a hold of his hand, he does like the one pump and then like looks at you very, very particularly, and then again through his eyes you see that flash of holy light. And there is a moment you feel as he like almost dives into not necessarily your memories or your spirit, but your character, as he sort of like, it's not an uncomfortable experience for you, but you can tell that he's definitely looking past like your physical self and like into your soul.
Universe,
in
can I get
doing
the
that.
cliff notes on this guy named Talrind, please?
Yeah, basically, and he's just like, God, tell me of this man. That like you get that as he like, you know, has like a very, very focused look on you as he does it, and then once again, it's only just a flash, like the light subsides, and he's just this look of puzzlement on his face as he releases your hand.
I am moderately sorry for being a paradox that you have to deal with, but such is life, as it were.
Can we
And
kill the
such is
bad ones
death.
yet?
Let's go on dead
Indeed.
hunting.
If you are to here to protect this town and you pose no additional threats to the Empire, then my convictions remain intact. In
all fairness, Snick must clarify. Snick does not care about the town. Snick wants to kill the bad undead.
He kind of chuckles and goes, well, there's not much left of the town to protect, but it is what is beyond this town that makes this place important.
Fair. Snick just wants to kill the abominations and free them from their torment.
And then in that we agree. Come. And he turns and waves for you to follow him with the carriage towards a structure nearby.
Oh, one last thing, and I'm sure you have your own, but just in case it comes up. Any of your men that are able to get past their misconceptions about me, should they need aid, I'm rather good at putting flesh back where it belongs.
he like
That's an odd way of putting it.
gives you a nod and says, hopefully that will not be required. If any of these men were to fall in defense of this place, then they would be fulfilling their oaths in doing so.
Oh, I won't bring them back to life. I just more mean like if, you know, they take a sword through the gut and they're still able to crawl away, I can probably get them back on their feet.
I appreciate your concern, but I would ask you politely to leave my men to me. We'll see what we can do for them.
That's fair.
He's
Noted.
a
I will
paladin, he
leave
can
them
do
to
his
die
own
peacefully.
healing.
We may fight together on this space. Me and my men will do our best to hold. You and your men will do your best as well. We'll go from there.
Aye.
Offer made.
And yeah, in the chat. Hey God, who dat? God, tell me this man.
The fuck is this?
I didn't want his browser history. Fuck.
History?
No, I didn't want his browser history. Yeah.
Don't touch the box. You'll see how fast this man's bow can shoot. Yeah, so, he leads you towards a large stone structure near the center of town, and explains to you that, like, a lot of the geography in the nearby area is pretty garbage for traveling through, due to the fact that there's a lot of those, like, farmers' walls, and a lot of the ground, while it has been tilled for growing certain kinds of crops in the past, is very uneven. Most of it overgrown, and is considerably harder terrain to travel through, especially for most of the undead. So any of them that are traveling north from the Sunken Kingdom do so to travel through this town. And then attempt to take the road north into the other farming communities and other parts of the Empire. And he does confirm that, like, while Alderth is very technically closer by, that the undead don't seem to turn to the east when they make their way up out of the Sunken Kingdom, over sort of the cliffs and paths that lead up into the level ground. And he's just as confused as anybody as to why they take this road, but his job is to hold this road and train his men. And so they are here.
That may have changed since we dispersed their operations in Alderth, that they might not have wanted disrupted.
We may want to send a crow then to Alderth to warn them of a potential of attacks from the kingdom below.
But they've been locked in. Oh, they might be tired. They've been locked in months of constant, like fight for your life combat. So
They've been in quarantine for a while.
They've been in murder quarantine for a while.
Yeah. While you guys were there within Alderth during the Hunter's Moon, that the rest of the world, time didn't seem to pass. For them, it was just the night of the full moon, and the morning came just the same as it always does. But the people that were inside were sort of trapped there in endless full moon night until you guys eventually managed to break the curse, which was the span of about a couple days. So while you were in there, it was about half a week. You're looking at maybe 4 or 5 days, tops.
But that's just when we entered. No idea how long they were in there before we got there.
Fair enough, yeah.
And this was a regular occurrence that they have murder quarantine, so... They put us all in a box and we have to kill each other.
Yeah. Stop in the name of the light. Get him our way. We's off to kill baddies. What? Like, But yes, so he then brings you to the large stone structure that's at the center of the town. There's some roads that make their way up to it, and he brings you to the place that looks like this. Now, let me see if I can. Oh yeah, there we are. There we are. So now we have dynamic lighting. Whoa, shit, son.
Fancy.
Yeah. So there is, as you can see outside of the building there, you can see there's like a bunch of darkness, as it is an overcast night, and it is dark as shit and scary as fuck. So you guys are standing there, and there's Samuel there in the middle with you guys, directing his men to keep an eye on the different entrances and whatnot, and as well as you guys can also see that, yeah, he's got his 5 guys there, and they put the cart there. Your daughter decided that she would, for the sake of safety, for not only herself but for also the men there, that she would remain in the carriage to ensure that, you know, that she would be safe and that you guys could do as you do.
I was about to say, she definitely would have heard Snack's threat of, that daughter gets hurt, you all get fucking stabbed.
Yeah, there's a person in there that we're protecting, and you all get stabbed and whatnot. If some bad stuff happens, etc.
I said it nicer than that. It was just a very lightly veiled threat that was very obvious.
Touch the cabbie, get the stabby.
Touch the cabbie, get the stabby.
If we're fighting at night, though, How much? I was like, is it considered like actually dark outside right now?
Oh, it is. At an overcast night, there's
Mm.
no starlight, no moonlight whatsoever, to give you guys any kind of idea. As you can see where you are, there's like a few torches and one brazier that have been lit to give you guys a bit of vision from where you're standing.
I'm
Or
trying to
plain
try to find the darkest point I can, and
Does it still work?
that gives me the most range.
The darkest spot you can find, well, it's very lit in here. There is to the north of you the remainder of this structure, which was sort of like a large civic building, not necessarily a church, but you can kind of get the feeling that it maybe played a lot of the same stuff. And there are some other dilapidated, burned buildings outside around this building here. Like, there's lots of darkness outside, but not a lot in this room where you guys are standing.
Okay.
If you wanted to, like, climb on top of the carriage, it's kind of dark up there, but there's also some vantage points outside the building, like around over there, in the darkness behind the wall, in the rubble there, or, like, outside the building, beyond the view of the torches. There's some spots where there's, like, rubble that you can stand in where it's darker.
Is there a closer central point that I think I can get up on top of anything? Or is there
There's some barrels over in the corner there that you might be able to stand on. But other than that, it looks like this area, like this room, has been mostly cleared to act as a staging point.
Are there any rafters or anything?
There are
Wait.
rafters, but they don't have line of sight out of the building, and they're about 2 stories up. And roll me perception. Yeah, they're up there. Above like
maybe
a 5
in
and a
combat
7.
we'll be able to roll higher than a 2?
We rolling high tonight.
Yeah, baby. But yeah, you see there's like rafters up there. There's some fire damage to them, but they're still standing.
I'm gonna try and do a percept.
Yeah, roll for it. What are you looking for?
I just want to see things.
Looking around, you can see
Hey.
that, the 5 guards that are there as Samuel is standing and talking with you guys, as you guys are getting set up and getting into position, the guards that are present look visibly deeply uncomfortable with the situation at hand. That not only are they going to be fighting potentially hordes of gruesome undead in a matter of moments, but they are not confident about doing that alongside, visibly, a goblin and a kobold and some other mysterious characters. So, with their, like, black coach with way crest on the side having obviously been removed.
I'm gonna run
remove
around and
crap.
offer them all non-halfling jerky. Because I have some of that still.
What kind of jerky is it?
I think it was beef.
Beefs. They do the
Who's
moo
from-
sound.
Those
Oh,
from the
jerky
tavern.
jerky. Okay.
Yeah, it's like regular beef jerky. Roll persuasion.
Okay.
Bard doing her job.
Persuasion.
I got that high charisma.
Yeah, as you walk up and you offer the beef jerky, 2 of the guards
You get
give
some
you
jerky?
give you
And
like a
you
frown
some
and shake their
jerky?
heads at you, definitely
You
disinterested.
get
But
some
the 3 others that are there, as you're walking around and you offer them beef jerky, they
Ah.
like cautiously take some and give it a sniff and look deeply confused, but then take a bite and kind of like, huh, okay, this is weird.
Cool. Then I'm gonna
Like,
sit down here by these steps and take out my thumb piano and play it very quietly, because sometimes that calms people down. Humans are jittery as fuck, dummits.
roll performance.
Okay.
What you got? You got. Wait for it. 21. Oh my god.
I am good bard. I do good bard things.
Hell yeah! What kind of song you playing?
think of the theme to Howl's Moving Castle played on kalimba, like on a thumb piano.
That's nice.
So I'm just gonna play it like do 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 do, just very very
Yeah.
quietly, because I don't want to attract like baddies,
Nothing-
but also I want to calm people down.
Yeah, nothing too jaunty, but also nothing haunting and sad.
Exactly,
so
like a music box, because that's what thumb pianos sound like, is a music box.
it goes well. As you sit and quietly sort of play that music, you can see definitely between the guards that are there, they're like it puts them a little at ease about what's that? It's Eeple can be jerks. Eeple. Elope. Oh man.
So while
Yopel.
while Piffles is doing this, Snack would like to turn to like the couple of guards that are kind of nearby and just be like, Snack does magic. Snack asks you, do not stab me or shit yourself when things start happening around me. It's normal.
Oh, Snack's gonna sum up a giant flaming skull and set it on things.
I'm gonna like.
I can do magic.
I'm gonna back Snack
very
up with this
blunt.
one. I'm gonna back Snack up with this one and be like, also, if you hear bagpipes, run.
You know what? I'm gonna let you carry your
"Wow."
persuasion. But like when you say like if you hear bagpipes, run. The guard's just like, oh, okay, and like gives you a nod.
Bagpipes. I have bagpipes that make fire.
And if you-
It's good against undead people, but also I don't want to burn the people.
Caleb's just standing by and just doing a bit of a
Wait,
face
humans
palm.
are people, right? Yes, people.
Yeah, I'm gonna point out that we got a long rest. I don't have the same spells I did before. If you think Flaming Skull is the biggest of the worst.
Yeah. You, sir, have made a mistake if you think that that's the biggest and meanest thing that I've got in my arsenal.
Oh,
Well,
out of character check. Do we still have the temporary hit points that Snack gave us before, or should those
No.
be worn off? Okay, so I have to
No.
take those off of my hit point count. Cool.
Yes. I have not recast those, and I'm not going to right now because I want the spell slots for other things.
That's fine.
I'm assuming you're not casting the spell, the boost my.
No, I'm
Defenses.
not. Yeah, no, I'm not using Warding Bond. It's a nice to have in a pinch, but it's a very hit and miss spell, and I need things for other things right now.
I need it for other stuff at present.
Tyron's standing there going, we're so going to freak these people out even further.
Well, this is gonna go poorly really fast. So we're just gonna.
Looks at Samuel. When I said I was going to be the weirdest one for your people to deal with,
I meant
I
aloud.
meant slightly the weirdest
By
person
the
for you.
smallest margin. Was that true?
Oh, the guy who's right next to Snack, Snack's literally gonna turn to him and be like, "You might want to go somewhere else."
the guy that's standing there next to him.
Yeah, he's literally gonna turn and be like, "You might want to choose. Like, you might want to defend a different spot."
He like kind of
It's not threatening. Like,
Yeah,
like Snack
no,
seems
he,
like
like-
genuinely like for your benefit.
Classic Magic
gives you
donated
a
10
oh hold on.
Canadian
We
dollars.
got a donation.
Happy
Thank you for
new
the $10
first
for Classic Magic.
Donation.
Yay! But yeah,
Donation
the,
hype.
the guard gives you like a bit of a look, and then like looks over his shoulder at Samuel, and Samuel like nods to him, and then he looks back at you and shrugs and is like, "Yeah, all right," and he walks over here.
I don't want the man to panic.
You should stand somewhere else. Okay.
If you were trying to stop me from being concerned, I am now successfully more concerned.
Yeah, like, all right then.
It's okay. They just might be more useful if they don't pass the fuck out.
Or stab me.
Yup.
Or stab you. No stabbing friend.
Cutie's comment. Imagine if Alloy was really huggy, but before hugging, he'd go, target acquired.
Drakiar is just kind of face palming right now.
Al is probably the only person in the party these people are not innately afraid of.
That's entirely possible.
Well, given the
Oh,
given
but
the
they
lighting,
should be.
well, given the lighting, Caleb is probably they're not afraid of Caleb either because they probably can't see his skin color.
Well, he
Yeah.
does have his cloak up.
Yeah, Snack doesn't. Snack is a 2.5 foot tall black lizard with green eyes.
That's a time.
And, I mean,
Good
if they don't
God.
look too close at Talrand would have
Yeah,
put
we're all
his
just friends.
disguise back on.
They're just being judgmental.
But
To be honest, the Drakiar is probably causes the most amount of fear just because.
No, Talrand. With these guys, Talrand.
Yeah, I was gonna say with their current predilections, Talron might be the worst.
if they
that
know
they've got
what
to
I
deal with.
am specifically, then yes, if that was mentioned.
You didn't hear him mention it specifically to people, but he did have a discussion with some of the men privately in quiet, as you guys were sort of walking about and getting yourself situated and coming in. Like he's moved from like guy to guy to have like a silent conversation with each of them.
We're going to have to talk. We've made some allies of convenience.
Alloys of convenience.
Womp.
Fitting joke.
There are now dozens of me. Dozens!
Yay?
An army of alloy clones pours in from the doors.
Are they aggressive or not? If they're aggressive, oh no.
Trud. So yeah, if you guys are in your position, you guys ready?
Well, let's get the party started.
All right. So as you guys are standing there and like getting ready, there is an eerie silence that falls over the party and falls over the space that you guys are standing in. It is just weirdly quiet in the distance. You can hear that like small sound of maybe crickets, just a bit of wind pushing over top of the grass and dilapidated buildings, an owl calling in the distance as well. Before slowly, quietly, it begins. In the distance,
Do I still have that? Would I still have the detect magic I had
Uh-oh.
cast last session going?
Well, this doesn't sound good.
not terribly, no. So
Is that coming from the south?
it is coming from the south. You hear a lot of this. As for your detect magic, when did you cast it last session?
When we were entering the town.
And how long does it last for?
Let me double check.
I think it's like 10 minutes.
I think so too. Yep, concentration up to 10 minutes.
Okay. Then no, not at this point.
Alright.
So yeah, slowly but surely, you hear them coming along. And then, let's go like, yeah, we'll say, that's good with music. Click on your icons, everybody, and roll initiative. Let's put this.
Of course, I roll low. What else is new?
That's okay.
I'm so used to you putting all of the music through the Roll20 site that I was like, you're like, it begins, and I'm like, okay. But I had the stream muted, so I just wasn't hearing anything.
I know.
I'm just like,
Oh,
okay,
no.
I don't know what's going on here, but okay.
6, good. Paladin order.
Hang
It's
on,
another
my
one.
computer is being weird and
okay.
won't. Oh, it's because I'm touching control for my push to talk. Hang on.
Whoops.
Oh, did you add me to it? Thank you. It unselected my token when I went to go push to talk.
Whoops. That's okay. You're all there. You're all good. All right.
Is this dynamic lighting taking into account we have those of us who have dark vision?
Yep. I
Yep.
updated each of your things for it.
That's getting
double
loud.
Yeah, like where
checking.
we have blocked is
good.
literally blocked by like obstacles.
Yeah. All right. Oh, it works. It works so perfectly too. I'm so happy.
Oh, I adore this. I'm loving the dynamic lighting, and I love that it's like per character and everything.
Yeah, that it's like
This
you
is
only
my
see
giving
what
me
you
the
can see.
fun kind of anxiety, the kind you
Yeah.
get during horror movies or tense TV shows.
Yes,
All right.
exactly.
Like
I love
that
it.
fun, something cool is about to happen anxiety.
All right, Caleb, it is your turn first.
Oh shit! I got the highest.
Yes, you did.
I'm really
Rogue,
kind of
be
curious to
roguish.
see how far Caleb can see right now.
Not that far. I can't see shit.
Help!
Help!
Do we
What do you
have
mean?
anything
I know
for
that pain.
slash torch supplies? Anything he can set on fire to carry with him?
I tossed my torches into the chest of holding.
Fuck it. I'll make do. Let's see.
I don't have torches.
Just because, like, there's a brazier there, so if you had something to make a torch, you could dip it in the fire and have sight.
And I can't see shit from there.
I mean, if he was willing to go run back to the carriage in the chest of holding, he could pull out one of my torches.
True. I also just see like wood on the floor, on the ground there. So, like, would any of that wood work potentially?
You know that you could potentially craft like a makeshift torch using the stuff that you've got, but that might take your turn if you wanted to sort of like scramble and or grab some stuff.
You know what? No, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna move there, and is it too late to hold my attack on that action?
Yeah, you can hold your action if you want. You can say that you're going to move to that location and that you're going to hold your action for this turn. What is the activation? Like, are you doing a held action, or are you just going to pass your turn?
I'm gonna do a held action. If anything gets too close, like say within 5 to 10 feet of me, I'm going to cast Gust of Wind to blow it back.
Okay, so if something gets, like, within melee range of you, you're going to blast it back?
Yes,
All right, cool. Is that your turn?
that's my turn.
All right, Piffles, you're up.
Ah! I'm gonna take out my kazoo and do a brief doot, and I am going to cast Melf's Mini Meteors.
Melf's Minute Meteors.
Ah!
Yeah, so as you doot on your kazoo and
Oh,
play a little
hype.
ditty,
whoops.
there's tiny meteors start swirling around you. And thank you for also Kara gifting a tier 1 subscription to Mercenary Pen. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Ah.
Ooh. So you have 6 tiny meteors in your space. They float in the air that orbit
Yeah.
you for the spell's duration. And as a bonus action on each of your turns, you can expend 1 or 2 of the meteors. Each of them doing, what is it? Each of them just creating an explosion that they have to do a DC 14 reflex. It's basically like 6
And they take-
miniature fireballs.
Yeah, and they take 2d6 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful save.
Dope. Okay. So you have these meteors floating around you now.
Yep, so I've got those prepared, and then I am also going to give Snack some bardic inspiration.
That's a bonus action, right?
Yep.
Well, you give her a little doot. What's your bardic inspiration like?
Oh, so I'm just gonna like put my hand on him and do like a quick little like whisper song almost to cast that because it's a by touch spell.
Inspiration is
yeah.
is not touch. It's anyone who can see or hear.
Is
you.
it? I thought it was by touch.
No, it's
Hang on.
see or hear.
Hey,
It's a
link it in the
performance.
chat.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Okay, sorry, my bad. Womp. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, use a bonus action on your turn to
There you
choose
go.
one creature other than yourself
Yeah,
within
within
60 feet of you
60
that can hear
feet.
you. Yep.
But I figured I would give it to the cleric because the cleric can help us.
I'm trying to think what would be inspiring to Sneck right now.
Kill them all.
You're not wrong.
Alright, is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
That is everything. I am going to wait until I see enemies before I unleash these. But yeah.
I mean, inspiration. One thing that could probably get Snake is the king believes in you.
Ooh, yeah. I'll do that. I'll tell him the king is believing in him.
Alright. Alloy, you're up. Talrand, you're on deck.
Real quick, you gave me regular vision, right?
Yeah, you don't have dark vision as a
Okay.
Dude. Oof.
Just want to make sure.
Those zombies sound juicy.
Where's
Gross.
those juicy sounds coming from?
Roll me a perception. I'll let you do this one for free.
Oh,
Like as a free action, I'll allow this just so that I can give you a certain. Oh yeah, you can definitely hear they're coming from the south. So from down in this direction, out of the building south of you, you can hear a lot of them.
or
Okay, so you're up against that wall.
5.
Yep.
Don't see anything. 6. And I'm gonna hold action.
Okay.
If something gets
something
within
comes through
melee
there,
range, I'm
you'll
gonna
attack.
smack it.
All right.
Yep.
Is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay, so you've got a held action as well. Talrand, you are up. Acolyte Sneck is on deck.
I'm moving to get a better view.
Okay.
It's one of the things I like
Trying to
about dynamic lighting is you like move one square at a time, being like, "Do I see anything? Like, what am I seeing? Do I see anything?"
It's the oh fuck what's up shuffle.
Is that like peeking around the corner like, is something there?
I hold action to unload if I see something.
Awesome. All right, so you hold an action as well.
Hey.
All right, and Sneck, you're up. Paladins are on
Okay.
deck, and then it's Drakir.
So, quick question. I have a spell that has a visual component, just in how the spell presents. If I'm good, it's either like angelic or fey. If I'm bad, it's supposed to be infernal. Given the nature of, Sneck and the King like that, can I just have the visual just be undead? Like an undead creature of some kind? It has no actual effect on the game at all. It's just purely for aesthetics.
Just like purely for cosmetics, yeah.
Yeah.
What is the spell?
That's not what I meant to do.
Guardians.
That's what I meant to do.
Guardian of the Sand. You call forth spirits to protect you. They flit around you at a distance of 15 feet for the duration. If you are good or neutral, they appear angelic or fey. If you are evil, they appear fiendish. You can designate any number of creatures you can see to be unaffected by it. An affected creature's speed is halved in the area, and when the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, they make a wisdom saving throw, and if they fail, then they take 3d radiant damage. Holy shit. Or 3d8 necrotic if it's evil. Now, you want to go radiant, but you want this...
No. It'll be...
You want to do necrotic?
Sneck's lawful evil.
Okay.
So it's 38 necrotic because I'm lawful evil.
Okay. That's fair.
And visually, I want those spirits that are floating around the area to all be wraiths.
Okay. So you you cast this bad boy out, this dark spell. And these
assuming
like
you
pale
designate-
blue wraiths start swirling around
like-
you in a distance of 15 feet. And I imagine you would designate your immediate party as the people that aren't affected by this at present.
I'm also going to designate all of the paladin-y people that I can see within range.
Copy that. Okay.
He's
I am
not
now
gonna
officially a fallback point.
He's not going to immediately turn on them and start having them eaten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do. Okay. And is that your turn?
The only other thing I will do is I will hold action casting Spiritual Weapon in case anything gets within 20 feet.
Spiritual weapon is a bonus, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. I will do that. Just remind me if anything comes within the range, and we'll do that. Okay. So yeah, now you have that box of ghosts. And it is the Paladin Order's turn. As you do this, and like all these wraiths start swirling around you, one of the guards that is standing closest, this guy over here, just goes, "Sir," and Samuel goes, "Stand your ground," and makes his way down to this position, and they ready themselves for the incoming forces of the dead. And that is their turn, and is now Drakiar. Caleb will be up after the dead.
Is that the guard I told you might want to move away?
Yep.
I guess he's glad he took your advice right now.
Snick, complete with nightmare.
Sir, this is a no wraith area.
This is so Wendy's.
Gonna move up, duck behind that wall.
Mm-hmm.
I suddenly have flashbacks to Skyrim guards. Please stop shouting. What are you gonna do?
Please stop shooting.
And if I see any undead,
You're making people
Come-
nervous.
if I see any undead coming into range,
Mm-hmm.
I'm holding action to cast Fireball.
Copy that. All right. So you're gonna cast Fireball the second you see some undead.
Well, a large number of undead.
Okay. And with that, let's start moving these boys on up.
Well, that lad immediately gets rinsed by several arrows.
Yep. Fucking show me what you got.
Slow dead boys incoming.
Wait.
Roll.
Wait. You named them the Walking Dead?
Yes, I did. All right, so there's your 3 shots. 28, 18, and 30 all hit.
I would be surprised if they didn't.
At the flowers.
All right.
For
60,
39
11,
damage.
39 damage. So
Sweet.
let's do it. Go minus 16. Check. Minus 11. Check.
I guess it's just a straight up 40. I lied. It's minus 40.
And let's see if it makes. Oh, come on. Why doesn't it? It's being a fucking dingus.
Is it being a butt?
There it is. That's what I want. I want this sheet. Sorry. It's like the thing was like, yeah, this is the sheet for it. I'm like, no, this is the data sheet. It's not the fucking same. I need the character sheet for this thing. Because it gives me also it's like immunities and senses and everything else that's attached to it. Constitution save from the zombie doesn't make it. So he fucking piffs out. And collapses to the ground. And for the sake of the game, I'm just going to be deleting these as they die, just to make life easier for literally everyone who's here. Hell yeah, dude. Okay, and then that thing can go over there. And then this thing, sorry about this. So yeah, that one falls down. Is that the only one you're firing at?
That's the only. That was all my fire.
That was your held action? Okay, so that one goes over. They then move up another spot.
If I can, I do relay to the to people. Oh, like did I have an extra shot or like?
Oh, you had your 3 shots. No, all 3 of them went into that zombie, and with like the last of the damage, the 13 plus, like it has undead fortitude, so it's a DC 5 plus the damage it took,
Yeah.
unless it's radiant. or it's a critical hit, and if it succeeds that DC, then it doesn't die. It only drops to 1 HP, and then keeps fighting because zombies suck like that. All right.
This
and
area
then
is getting
move up.
lit the fuck up.
All right. So at this point, show me the spot where you launch your fireball. Like, draw me that square.
Okay. Double check that.
Are these guys even within the view range of the humans yet? Can they see these yet?
They have like the slightest amount. There is a torch that's on the outside of the building there that is like just illuminating them as they're starting to approach. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So they're just like, fuck.
All they see is the skeleton turn and fire into the darkness, and then more keep coming.
Nope,
Fantastic.
not there.
There you go. All right, so link it in the description for me. Yeah. Because if it's 20-foot radius, that means it's 40 feet across.
All right.
Yeah. Right? It's a 20-foot radius, so radius is center out. So if you pick a spot and then go over it, then you can be like, yeah, this is going to be
25,
So yeah, ideally you want to cast it so that the front row is 20 feet away from the point of explosion, with the point being somewhere buried back amongst the line or whatever.
Yeah, the front row is at the very edge of it, so...
It's downright sizzling. All right, good.
Because I can't exactly see 40 feet back.
That's fair. So you aim a little bit further into the darkness as you let this spell off. As it explodes in the distance, it explodes into a huge fucking crowd of these things. What you are seeing right now is basically just like the tip of this iceberg. 32 fire damage. Okay, cool. Whoops, I accidentally started putting little squares on the map. Whoopsie daisy. Yeah, all of those zombies that are in that frontal area there are blown to pieces. Their bodies scattering across the ground and into the cobblestone and grass near the area. A whole bunch of them just fucking go up. They're just body parts cascading all across the field. All right.
I'm not even going to check if they make that con saving throw.
With a 32
Deck save.
plus 5, they would have to succeed on a 37 DC to survive that,
actually, if they took damage,
which they can't do. So
they can't do a deck saving throw.
For half?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Fuck.
Not that I want to.
Nah. Well, whatever. We're just gonna move on.
We have lots of them to kill. This will be nothing.
So
let's move on.
that half of sort of this wave that was coming forward got just annihilated as they were approaching. And they've moved already some of their movement, so they're going to move 2 more, like so, and that is as close as they are going to be able to get.
Well, I think that thinned the herd quite a bit.
All right. And on that, we are going to then say that's their turn. And Caleb, you're up. Piffles is on deck.
Alright, I'm surrounded by spirit guardians in the most useless position imaginable.
I'm surrounded by ghosts.
Thanks, sir.
Hello,
Yeah, I was here
my
first.
old friend.
I still like a good fallback position.
Fuck it, moving up.
No, Rust, these are not World War Z zombies. They don't, they're not the running, jumping, screaming kind. At least not yet.
Do the
These are the
paladins
slow
react at all to the
walking hard
fireball?
Looking at their... roll me insight. You know what?
So that's the kind of thing they would expect anyway, really.
Roll me some insight, yeah, because they were warned that you guys were fucking weird as shit. You are not even looking over your shoulder at them right now. Like, you are focused
The zombies have
on
my
the
attention.
tide of dead that's working its way towards you.
Okay, just gonna move myself to there, and same as before, gonna hold my action to cast Gust of Wind if any of them get too close.
Copy that. All right. Piffles, you are up. Alloy, you are on deck.
Okay. So my Melf's Minute Meteors are actually a bonus action.
Yep. You can
So
shoot 2
first,
per bonus action.
First, I am gonna whip out that brand new shiny kazoo I just got.
Hell
and
yeah.
I'm gonna play it loud. And I'm gonna cast... Hang on. I'm just gonna do a quick measurement, and then I'm gonna make sure I'm ready for this.
Oh yeah, you got range. Oh, if you're talking, you're...
A very loud doot happens.
Doot!
Doop. And I'm gonna cast...
Doot!
And I'm casting that right here.
Okay.
So
All right.
It will actually... I'm gonna cast it right here, so it's
Right
like
there?
right in the thick of them.
Okay.
And let me just put that in the chat for you as well.
Oh, shatter. Excellent.
Yeah, I'm casting Shatter at him.
Each creature in a 10-foot radius, centered on that point. So if it's from there, then we grab our little tool here, and we go, yeah,
Yep.
5, 10. So, yeah, not those guys, and yeah, so all of those boys there.
Yep. They take 3d8 thunder damage, which is 19
On a
that
fail
I
save,
rolled.
half as much on a successful one. All right, so roll me 3d8 damage, and we'll
It's
see
there.
which
That's
ones
the
make
19 thunder that came up.
it. Oh, that's the 19 thunder that you got there. Oh, perfect. There
Yep.
it
So
is.
they
That's
each
right
take
there.
19
Sweet.
thunder if they don't roll good.
All right, so let's go across the list here. Let's see who makes it and who doesn't. So nope. Yes. Okay, so this guy, give me that. So he takes 19, and he takes 19. Yeah, that puts you at a low amount of HP. This guy saved and got half. So half of 19 would be 9. So
And
he
then
takes
there's like
9.
4 other dudes that should be hitting, I
The
think.
next guy makes
Takes
it.
9.
The next guy makes
Just-
it.
Just barely, yeah.
So we go -9 and -9. And then the next guy that's on the bottom row fails.
Oofed it.
Fails.
Oofed it.
Success.
Oh, that guy rolled well. Fuck.
So -19 on him. -19
Zombies
on
get a
him.
high constitution. Come on now, they're dead already.
-9. And then the
Because
last
they
one
don't
in the
care.
group fails it. All right, so he's
Okay.
got -19. And yeah, zombies have a high constitution because they're walking corpses. They're hard to damage and or harm.
And then when I fire my Melf's Minute Meteors, do I have to click that spell twice for both of them to go off? Or do
yeah, because
I
each
don't know how that
explosion
works.
is 2d6, so you'd roll 2d6 2 times, and then tell me where you want the explosions to take place.
Okay, so should I just click the spell again, or should I just roll 2 times 2d6?
You can just roll 2 times 2d6. Just roll
Okay,
2d6
cool. One sec.
separately. And it's, yeah, each creature within 5 feet of the point where you choose, so
Hang on
it's
one.
a little square from the points that you choose.
Okay, hang on. I'm just trying to remember my shortcuts in Roll20. There we go. I got it. 1 second. That should do. Yeah? 2d6.
Yep,
6.
and then roll it again.
And then I have to roll that again. Yes.
Yep.
1.
There you go. All right, so where are you
Cool.
landing these two meteors?
Gonna land one here and here.
Okay, so
Pick those 2 dupes off.
Those two
hopefully.
guys? Okay, so the blast hits within 5 feet of each of them. So that guy takes 6 and 7 damage. So -6, and then -7. Okay, so the first two, when it hits, they have to beat a DC of 11. First one makes it, second
Damn
one
it.
doesn't. So the one
Sweet.
that's back there gets blasted, his head creaks off his neck, and he goes, "Ah," and it falls over. But
Nice.
the first one that's there, as the explosion slams right into him, a bunch of his flesh comes blasting off his bones, but he's still standing and continues lurching forward, and then you hit them again. So now they have to beat, the two of them have to beat a 12. So he makes it and also makes it. So they're both,
Damn.
as like again, you slam into it, and like a big chunk of one of their arms comes off, and like the other one loses a jaw, but they keep like lurching forward. Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
All right, and Alloy, you are up. Talrand, you are on deck.
Oh, there's zombies over there. Okay.
Like, oh, fuck.
Because you can't see. Oh, wait. Would Drakir's fireball have caused a bonfire of corpses?
It didn't
Would
light
that-
fires on any of them per se, because it's just an explosion, right? But of like the flaming debris that got scattered around, like you got a small, like sort of snapshot for a brief moment that there were indeed a ton more of these zombies that are coming up towards you.
If there was anything flammable in the area, the spell description does specifically say they are ignited.
Yep. Anything that's flammable that's not being worn or whatever goes up in flames, but it's mostly just like tattered cobblestone and wet grass in the area.
I'm gonna hold action to smack something.
Gonna smash? Alright. And Talrand, you are up. Sneck, you are on deck.
I hunter's mark that guy.
Hunter's mark. Bah. Got him.
And then attempt to shoot him.
Go for it. 21
I think
hits. Roll me
I
damage.
think I hit him.
What's damage on that shot? Alright, so he's got to succeed.
Plus my hunter's mark d6.
Okay, so that's
So
a
that'd be
20
15.
he's got to beat. He makes it. Fuck. Damn it. Yeah, your arrow just boom right in his eye socket, but it just and it keeps walking towards you as it goes. Hits. 8 plus Hunter's Mark. 6. So I think that's 14 plus the 5. That's 19. Constitution save he's got to make. He doesn't make it. So that one goes like another arrow knocks right into its mouth and manages to like clip through the spinal cord in the back, and its head tumbles off. And the body crumbles to the ground.
My kingdom for AoE spells. My kingdom for AoE spells.
That's the thing. You do a lot of single target damage. All of a sudden, that's not what's happening right now.
Yep. That's I move hunter's mark onto I don't know that guy.
That guy? Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so he's got the mark on him. And is that your turn?
Am I still within like lighted areas?
You are... Let's see. You are there. Yes, you are currently within the light of the brazier that's there. Like, it's obscured a bit by the rubble.
What range of light is that brazier giving off?
Torches give off, what is it, 10 feet bright light, and then another 10 feet of dim light? Yep.
Okay.
There was... No, it looks to be... Sorry, it's 20 feet bright light, and then another 20 feet dim light.
Okay. I move like over here and turn invisible to all of the zombies.
Yeah, because you got a thing. If you're in like darkness, you can vanish.
I'm just versus things that are my enemies and are using dark vision. I am outright invisible in the darkness.
Okay. Can they see you with dark vision?
No.
No.
That's the point.
Okay. Yeah. Put that thing in the chat for me. I want to see it, and also for the folks at home.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, dark vision in a range up to 60 feet. If you already have dark vision from your race, that is increased by another 30 feet. For some reason, the skeleton thing didn't have it. You're also adept at evading creatures that rely on dark vision. While in darkness, you are invisible to any creature that relies on darkness to see you in that darkness. Excellent. Okay, cool. Dope.
It specifically states,
So-
no, dark vision does not work.
They
Yeah,
are smart
it's like-
enough to try and figure out where I am.
Yeah.
They are, because that's how invisibility works, is that they
Yeah.
can try to figure out where I am.
These are
via
also largely
sound.
mindless undead, so like we'll play that out as it goes. Is that your turn though?
Yes, that's my turn.
All right, sweet. Snek, you're up, and Drakiar, you're after the paladins. You want me to put
Sure,
down
get
a
that
thing?
measurement right. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I get the right spot.
I keep forgetting to make a fucking icon for you for that, but
Actually, that works. Right
That
there
spot
should be
there?
fine. So I can see there.
there it goes.
Oh, no. I'm not casting that.
No?
I'm moving.
Oh, okay.
The box comes with me, by the way.
Yes, it do. Yeah, you can move that. So the ghosts all run out there. Boo!
Talrand moves the box for you.
I then cast Turn Undead.
Dude, yes. You present
Anything
your
within
holy
30
symbol.
feet that
Speak a prayer.
fails and has 1/2 CR or less is instantly destroyed.
Yep. Yep. So they have to make a, what is this, a wisdom save?
Against DC 15, yeah.
Against DC 15, and there's the 4 of them there. Okay, let's see if they make it.
Well,
Nope.
actually, it's all of them. Everything over here.
Oh, everything over there?
Everything within 30 feet.
Everything within 30 feet of you. Oh, dope. Okay, so that one, it's DC 15.
Ooh, nice.
All right, so that
Nice.
first one, he fucking vanishes. The second one that's there, he also dissolves. The third one fucking dissolves. The fourth one dissolves. So yeah, as you step out and produce your holy symbol, and all of these lesser undead start like crumbling into ashes in front of you and like flopping down to the ground. Of the next layer that's there from the top, failure, success. Okay, so the 4 of them there, poof, they didn't make it. And the last one that's there, if they succeed, what is they? They have to run from you, right? Or
No. If they fail, they're basically terrorized, like they have to run.
yeah.
But if they have a 1/2 CR or less, because I'm above level 5, then they're instantly
Yeah,
destroyed.
that's
if they
correct,
succeed, they
yes.
just succeed.
In order to move, yeah, the creature can use the dodge action. But yeah, this is each undead creature you can hear the wisdom saving throw. If the creature fails the saving throw, its turn for a minute or until it takes damage. May spend its turn trying to do this. Also can't take reactions. Action. If there's nowhere to move, yeah. The thing that makes it so that the lesser ones dissolve is like a different ability,
That's-
isn't it?
Yeah, that's technically Destroy Undead. Starting at 5th level, when an undead fails its saving throw against your turn undead feature,
There
the
it is,
creature is
okay.
instantly destroyed if its challenge rating is at or below a certain threshold, as
Okay,
shown in the
dope.
table.
And these
table.
ghosts make it slow for them to move towards you if they move into that space?
Their movement speed inside of that space is cut in half, and they take damage if they enter it or begin their turn inside of that range. So
All
they
right.
can't get to me without taking damage. Well, they
So,
can't get to me without taking damage.
Describe to me what this looks like when you turn the undead.
They just dissolve. Dust in the wind.
But like,
Snek
do you
wants
just like
no
hold up your
part of them
symbol?
left.
Like, how's that look?
Snek would literally lift his holy symbol, and you would just see this massive blue flaming skull rise up that then sweeps from one to the other, passing through each zombie as they disintegrate.
So the visage of the king rises up behind you as this like huge, imposing, flaming blue skull. And all of these skeletons just dissolve in the presence of the king. Except for that last one. That last one managed to hang on.
I was gonna say, would the king do that maniacal laughter? But then I'm like, no, this isn't the king.
No.
This is the
This is
visage of the
Snek's
king.
view
It's
of the
Snek.
king.
Yeah.
That would do maniacal laughter.
Yup. Or scream in rage, one or the other.
Yeah. So then those things dissolve. Is that your turn?
Yeah, because that's my movement and my spell.
Excellent. So the paladins, as they're standing there, each of them that are present move up to make their positions upon the door there. They move up and drop shields there and sort of gird themselves and get ready, bracing for the incoming wave of the dead. You can hear Samuel from just behind his men being like, "Stand your ground! Stand your ground!"
Doc, you're sure that one would willingly move into the same space a giant spectral wraith exists?
And he's doing his job, man.
Him.
He's
buy that man a drink.
He's getting straight orders. Oh yeah, he's gonna need a drink later. Drakir, you are up. Caleb, you are up
You
after the dead.
did warn him about the magic.
This is true.
You're like, heads up, it's about to get real spooky. What's
Well, his
Drakir doing?
compatriots kind of look at him and go, "Are you being ripped apart?" Not yet. No.
Yeah, like one of the ghosts swirls past him and its hand passes through him a little bit, and he's just like, yeah. And you are sure they're on our side.
I turned to the paladins around me. I asked, would anyone care for the ability to breathe fire temporarily?
Roll me persuasion. I'll let this be a free action. The one dude on your left goes, "What?" And the dude on your right goes, "Sure, yeah."
Okay, then I am going to cast...
So this guy accepts it.
This
If
guy...
I was-
right-
I'll give him a little
Just
red
him?
dot. Yeah, just him. Out of the
And
two that
then-
are on either side of you, the one guy's like, yeah, all right, do it. All right,
bonus
Dragon's
action?
Breath. Oh, dope. Okay, cool. Yeah, you touch a willing creature, imbue it with power and magical energy from its mouth, provided it has one. All right, awesome. Okay, cool. So yeah, you cast the spell. It takes hold on the guy next to you, and you can see that there's a glow that takes hold in his throat. That he has now the ability to sort of shoot that out on his turn. Is there anything else you do? Because that was your bonus.
Yeah, because I can't see too much. I'm at my current position. I'm just going to cast Firebolt.
Dope. Where you cast that shit out?
This one that I can barely see right here.
You're gonna make that the target? All right. Draw me a box.
Firebolt.
And-
Firebolt.
Oh, fire bolt. Okay.
Single target.
Single target. 13 hits. Roll me damage. 12 damage. Okay. As the spell slams into the front of it, lights its rib cage up a little bit with fire that almost immediately smolders in its rotting flesh as it and smoke pours out of its mouth as it continues just trying to shamble forward. You did some really harsh damage to it, but it's still standing. And now it is unfortunately their turn as they go 5, 10, 15, 20. And this one goes 5, 10, and then he's slowed in here, right?
Yeah, every space he tries to move within there is at half speed.
Okay, so yeah,
Because
then he only gets about that far close to you.
And because he
before
entered, he
runs
takes
out.
the damage.
Yep.
Yeah, what's the roll that damage for me? Is he gonna make a save? Oh yeah, DC 15 Wisdom save. Nope. So he takes 14 necrotic damage from the Spirit Guardians. Yeah, no, as you see the wraiths tearing into him, there's chunks of flesh flying off its body as it continues to sort of put its arms up as it's fighting its way through the sort of hailstorm of these creatures after you. There we go. Alright, so those guys move in there. Down here, these gentlemen start making their way in. And then... Where is it? There we go. Now following in with the large amount of zombies that are starting to wander in. You see two larger creatures that are sort of like, for those of you that can see that far, you are seeing two huge humanoid creatures, large in size, that appear to be sewn together of multiple corpses, sort of like stitched into these large abominations, carrying these like rotted wooden clubs with them as they lurch along to the edge of the map. And Caleb, you're up.
I can't see them, but due to their size, can I hear them?
You know what? I'm going to let you keep that perception that you had earlier. Yeah. You can hear these things. It's terrifying.
I can't really see any of this happen from my position, right?
From where you are, you can see that there's like more zombies making their way up to the building. But yeah, you don't have a huge amount of vision from where you are. It's really dark out. You saw Talron fucking run into the darkness and you lost sight of him. Friend.
Caleb is just thinking, you know what? I think they got this, and I'm just gonna stroll over to the back. 10, 15, 20, 30, to here, in case anything tries to come through there or there. Just be ready for it.
Okay, so you've moved to there?
Yep, and
Awesome.
again, hold action gust of wind, blah, 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 blah.
Cool. All right, dope. Okay, and Piffles, you're up. Alloy, you are on deck.
Hang on.
I didn't know we had a deck.
Shut up.
Okay. Can Snack call out somebody killed?
Well, fuck.
It won't let me ping. Let's go, Marley. Can Snack kind of just like free action call out somebody killed this one?
Yeah, you know what? I'll allow it.
Sweet, I can hit him with a meteor. But first, second verse, same as the first. I'm going to, let me see here.
Right there.
Yeah, I am gonna hit him with a shatter again.
Yeah, roll me that. Okay, so they got DC 14 Constitution, or it's 16 damage. Draw me that circle, or draw me the square.
Hang on, how do I draw a square? Oh, there we go, I got it. Draw shape. Yeah, square, and, oh shoot, hang on. What is my, fuck sakes, hang on. 10-foot radius, okay, 1 second. 10-foot radius sphere, so it's a sphere, not a,
That's
but
okay.
I don't know if it'll let me. Okay, hang on.
Spheres kind of work out to be
I
boxes
can't do this
You can't
and
do the
talk
square?
at the same time because
okay,
it's
I'll
having
do it.
issues with me pressing control while I do it. So
And shatter
I
is,
can't.
what is it? 15 foot
it's a
radius?
10-foot. Hang on here. I'm just gonna put it in the chat again.
10 foot from the point?
There you go.
Yeah, 10 foot radius.
Sphere centered on the point.
Center of the point.
Yeah.
Must make. Okay, so if you chose that spot, like here, you chose that spot, yeah? Right there? Okay, so then if that's the point of origin, then 5, 10. 5, 10. Yeah, you definitely, at the very least, get these guys.
Yeah, that's everything there.
That's all
I
them
was trying
boys.
to get as many guys as I could.
That's fine.
Um,
That's great.
yeah.
That is a good location for this.
Sweet.
All right.
Do they take 16 thunder damage if they beat a DC of 14?
All right. I'm just gonna streamline this, make life easier, and let's see if they survive. We'll just roll them 2 at a time. First, let's see. Well, what's the damage? Is 16? So that's,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say then they're just gonna start making their Constitution saves for their death things.
Meh.
So that is, because these things are like rotting corpses. They're not like full-blown dangerous zombies. They're more numbers than they are anything else.
They're shamblers.
Yeah, these are what we refer to in the business as commons. So the first one there, he doesn't make it. He goes
They're
down.
normies.
The second one is like the blast hits it, and you see like chunks of it come off, but it continues shambling forward. The next two, that one doesn't make it, but that one does. The next two both die, and the next two on top of that, those guys get blown apart. And the last two also don't make it. So yeah, as that explosion goes off, there's just like this loud screeching sound that you make with that, and it's this shattering, deafening tone, and a bunch of the zombies literally just rip apart from the explosion and all tumble to the ground in a pile. But a couple of them appear to be largely unfazed by the damage and continue to shamble forward.
Nice. I'm also gonna use one of my meteors on the guy who is in the same square as me and Sneck.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do one.
Meteor. 2d6. That's 10. So he's got to beat that 15. Nope.
Nope.
That one.
Pwah! So the little meteor you see goes right inside of its rib cage and pop, and it like those little parts go all over the place, and its legs kind of walk for 2 more steps before falling over.
I'm gonna look over so I can be like, I got it.
Thank God.
You can shoot another one with your bonus here.
I can, and let me see. I just have to see how far can I shoot these. 120 feet. So yeah.
Yep.
Shoot a big one.
Okay, shoot a big one.
If you
Shoot a
shoot
big
from
one.
if you shoot
Okay.
here, you'll catch 2 of them at the same time, or you can aim for the big one there.
Yeah, I'll aim for the big dude there, and yeah, I'll shoot
And the
another
little
one.
dude
One
next
sec.
to him. Yeah, roll me another 2d6. Bam, 8 damage.
8
All right.
damage.
So that's
50 beats a 14.
13 for the little guy. Nope.
Nope.
So as it explodes, the little zombie that's next to him goes bah! And gets like knocked over. But the large guy definitely takes that damage. Doesn't seem terribly fazed by it, and continues to march forward. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
All right, Alloy, you are up.
Nothing has come through this door, and I am disappointed.
Come out and have some fun.
I shall take the fight to them.
You march past those guys. They're just like, there goes the bravest suit of armor I've ever met.
I feel like at this point those guys have to be going. So they're a little bit odd, but they're extremely good at what they do.
I shall hold action for when something is within melee range of me. Again.
Copy that.
I feel like Alloy, we're gonna be happy we have you when the big guys get close enough.
I feel that the guy next to me is just happy that right now that he can breathe fire.
I know someone is there, but I can't see them. I just see
know
the outline of your token.
There is a man. Yeah, because if you like, I can do this as the DM. I can like select a unit and then see what they're seeing, and yeah, you're in a position where you're on the edge of the light there.
You've seen
all right,
this.
I'm
film.
always on the edge.
and you make a ready to action.
Yeah.
All right. So then, Talrand, you're up. Sneck, you are on deck.
I was gonna say, Alloy, you've seen this spell before. You've got a pretty good idea what's at the middle of it.
I would like to take a free action to shout out that Caleb, there are enemies approaching from the east. West, not east. Just to make sure he knows that they are there, I can see just the edge. And shout out to the rest of them, 2 or at least 1 large one coming from the south, before opening fire on it.
Okay. Good. All right. Yeah. Mark the one for me again. The shooting at. The big guy. That one. All right. You put the hunter's mark on him.
Yep.
All right. Bap. And then you open fire.
Hunter's mark. And I'm doing something extra fun.
Ooh, I do like some extra fun on occasion.
Don't know how effective it will be. I don't know how much health these guys have.
Yes.
How much health do you think they got? Yes. Oh no.
That is assuming that hits. Does that hit for that first attack?
For 30, a 30 does hit. Yes.
Does a 30 hit?
Yes.
If a 30 didn't hit, we'd be fucking hosed.
I have enough spells that rely on them making saves and me
So
not having to do anything.
Attack.
So you got Hunter's Mark with 5 damage, and then this was an 8 and a 12.
2d6 radiant damage.
Oh shit.
Oh, you're
Fair
using
enough.
those.
This is a pair of Sunstrike arrows. So
Ooh, a pair of Sunstrike arrows. Oh damn, son. That's right. Yeah, it does have that extra radiant damage. And then you go to hit again. So that's 5 plus 8 plus 12. I'm just gonna do these. -5, -8, and -12, and then you shoot again, hitting with a 17.
Okay.
Roll me some damage.
Don't those arrows produce light?
They do. For a brief flash, they give off actual real sunlight. Another 2d6. Oh, maximum damage, plus another 12, plus 1 for Hunter's Mark. That's 25 damage. Bam. And as it hits, the arrow explodes with this light that the other paladins kind of make like notice of, in a sense.
probably can't recover.
Oh, the light!
Yeah, they're just like, wait, what? As you're like, ta-da! Look at all the holy bullshit that I could do, you fuck.
We're throwing around fire damage. I'm throwing around fire damage. Sneck's doing necrotic, and now Talron's doing radiant.
Yep.
It's like,
What is this? How have you done this? But yeah,
I
as
do
it strikes, the arrows slam into it, producing a flash. The creature is like, due to the bursts of holy damage, of radiant damage coming out of these like sunshaft arrows, that you can see that it like sort of struggles a little bit, but continues to lurch towards you in a very menacing and terrifying condition, and does not tumble over. Is that your turn?
Yep, that's my turn.
All right, Sneck, you're up. Drakiar, you are after the paladins.
Didn't tell Caleb that there was an enemy like 40, 50 feet out from him. But
Can't
All
help.
right, so you move there.
I want to say 30, right?
Square should move
Oh.
with you.
Oh, no, I'm going to go down one more.
There you go. Oh my god,
Actually, I don't want to
dude.
go down one more. I'll go there.
Okay.
Mhm.
I was like, bruh. You see-
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, you just see Sneck run into the darkness.
And
Oh no!
Sneck uses his second cast of Turn Undead,
Turn undead!
which affects every single thing on the board right now.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, everything
Alright.
on this end of the board.
So there is another, as you hold your holy symbol up, there's another explosion of like the visage of the king rising up out of the ground behind you, a great blue flaming skull. Die! And they gotta make that DC 15 con save, or else they...
wisdom.
Oh,
Wisdom.
Oh yeah, that's right. They gotta make wisdom saves. They got fucking -2. Nope. And then the next one, nah. So,
They gotta roll a 17 or better to survive this.
these guys don't make it. Of the rest, let's have a look here. No, not that, but yes, this. It doesn't make it, and it does though. So this one that is marked, it is now
That was
also got like a thing on it. So now it is also feared. The other large one made its save, though, and as for the smaller ones, nope. And then also no for those two, no, and then, oh, hey, those two made it. So, dead. So, again, there's a huge flash of that blue energy, and a whole bunch more of the undead just turn to ashes and crumble to the ground in dust. The one larger undead that's off to the side there that you can see, that one like abomination, you see it reeling as the energy slams into it. The other one that's closer to you, unfortunately, though, as the energy slams into it, it sort of like braces itself and then continues attempting to step forward. Is that your turn?
Other than to shout out that the one that they had already injured is going to run away for a moment, so to stop trying to kill it for a split second and focus on the other one.
That's fair. All right. Okay. And the Paladin Order continues to hold their ground as they are standing there. The one Paladin that was standing up next to Caleb has moved sort of to that area of the wall to kind of like brace and get ready, whereas another one is watching sort of the rear entrance to the building that's there.
The one by Caleb has been informed that there is zombies approaching from his direction.
Yeah, so he's like moved up to that spot to get ready. And Drakiar, it is your turn.
Considering right now the south seems pretty well covered,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to move over here as far as I can go, so... Surprisingly, I can't see that far out. So I'm just going to hold action to cast Fireball if a large group of zombies approaches from this direction.
Comes from that side. Okay.
Sorry, I just realized something, Doc, but can
Yeah,
you
what's up?
extend my dark vision to 90 feet?
I can do that, yes. Let me do
that's
that
what
for
it's
you
supposed to be.
real quick.
Thank you.
Yep. Ba-do, bow. And there you go.
Grazie, good sir.
Yeah, because you should have... yeah, it would have increased it by 30 feet beyond the 60 you should have already possessed for being undead.
I was about to say, so now I could definitely would have relayed that there's at least 10 zombies coming from the west.
Yeah. Okay. And then it's The Walking Dead. This one here...
I guess it would technically... Yeah, I guess you could do it that way.
Yeah.
I was gonna technically be like diagonally away from me as fast as possibly can.
We'll just do that. It sort of trundles off into some of the buildings, like flailing and swinging its huge club, knocking over a wall through a structure as it makes its way off in some direction. 10, 15, 20. That one moves up though. Roll me damage for the thing. It has to make a what is the
DC
Constitution on
15
that?
wisdom
DC
save.
15 wisdom save. Nope. But it takes 7 radiant damage.
Necrotic.
Or necrotic, right? Yes, 7 necrotic as it approaches. So you see the wraiths like flying through its form, tearing at its flesh as it stamps forward, and it raises its huge club, taking a swing at Sneck. Fucking
No.
doesn't 8 hit you?
No.
Cool. The other.
I don't think that hits the squishies.
And 15, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20. So that one moves up, but also it needs to make that save. It makes it. Look at that. So it only takes half damage, which 7 rounded down is 3.
I was just gonna reroll damage.
So 5, 10. It's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 40. There we go. So let's move to there, and it does also make it. So it only takes a small amount of damage as it continues to approach you. The zombies, as like the crazy amount of wraiths that are swirling around you, make their way towards you. 10, 15, 20, 25. Wait, yeah. 20, there we go. Yeah, and then it's 5, 10. So those guys move up. Can you see those, Drakiar?
I can.
All right, shoot me a fireball. Draw me that square. You just want to say you hit each of the guys that are there?
but not any of the friendlies.
Yeah, like you can just make that call. That's a full thing.
15, 20, 25, 30.
Roll me the damage for the fireball.
Oh, I was. Okay. Okay.
Whoops.
What just happened?
You deleted your character off the screen. Oh, look at that. You're back. There you go.
You gotta put him back in initiative, Doc.
What was your initiative?
5.
Okay. There we go. And your initiative was 5. There we go. And we'll put you back right up there. Bam. Okay. So that's a lot of damage. That's 35. Yeah, there's no way they can make that. Yeah,
Even
no.
if they make the save?
Even if they make that save, man, like that whole group of zombies gets lit the fuck up and explodes as you let that off. The one guard that's standing sort of behind that wall that's crumbling, like braces and brings his shield up as just this rain of fucking parts comes scattering across, hitting most of that wall and the rubble, throwing bits and pieces of the cobblestone and the rubble that's standing around on the ground, getting cast all over the place.
Sorry about that.
With that, hold on a hot second. Boop doop doop doop.
This is the sorcerer's job. Fucking crowd control.
We're gonna say yeah, and then, oops, they're facing the wrong direction. That's that. Oh yeah, because that was a held action that you had. Okay. Right? No,
Yeah,
this was the. Oh, that was your held action. Okay, so you're all the way down there.
Yeah.
Is where you are. I got confused there for a hot second.
Yeah, it's the Walking Dead's turn.
Yeah, it's Walking Dead's turn right now. Yeah, so those guys are gone. You guys do see coming from around the corner, sort of to the side. Some of you can see that some more zombies are starting to make their way around the eastern corner of the building as this building is being surrounded in a fashion. Those guys are there. And then down here, because I don't want to just fucking, like, I'm just going to move those to there, and I'm going to move those to there, and then we're going to go to this thing, and it's one more of these fun guys shows up onto the screen. As they start marching their way in. And Caleb, you're up. Piffles, you are on deck.
Ooh.
Okay, so let me just see if I can come to grips with what just happened. Zombies were coming in from the east. Probably still are. One was about here, I'm guessing. I was getting ready, getting psyched up. Next thing you know, fireball happened. Caleb sees this and it's just...
Huh.
Am I even needed for this fight? I feel like I'm not needed for this fight.
Almost certainly would have
same thing.
Would have seen the next horde coming behind them.
Caleb's main advantage is that he can do a massive amount of damage to singular enemies. This is more about doing a middling amount of damage to a large group of enemies.
No shit! Alright,
At least it is for now.
Once the casters burn out, then we're gonna have to pull back.
Mm-hmm.
And that will be where your time to shine.
Mm-hmm. Can I see what's in those barrels? No. Alright, so I'll just go to here. Excuse me, Carl. Sorry, Coral! Yes, I have been waiting to say that. Just keep an eye out from around here. And... fudge it. Basic attack if anyone gets too close. I'll just hold that action. Because there ain't fucking anything right here! Or yet.
All right.
But yeah, that's fine.
All right. Yeah, no requests there. So we'll go like this. Okay, cool. All right, and is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right. Piffles, you are up. Alloy, you are on deck.
Let me think a minute. I am gonna... How far? Okay.
Oh, you're there.
Huh?
Yeah, but he can't see anything
Poor Alloy.
from where he's standing.
I am gonna come up...
I know you and Talleyrand are somewhere over there.
I'll come up here closer to Snack Friend.
People
And
know
I am... let's see here. We got this badass. This baddie.
As you get closer, Snack's gonna yell out that I intend to back up.
Oh, okay. I am gonna stay in this corner here then. If I hear him. Okay. I am gonna... I'm gonna use my Melf's Minute Meteors. Because this is my last use of them and I have 2 meteors, so I'm gonna do here so it hits these 2 guys, but not Snack.
Copy that. All
I want to hit
right.
this guy and I want to hit this guy
Yeah, roll
here,
for
so
damage.
I'll put it here.
move it at
So
once,
let me
you get all
do
3
2.
2d6. Pew. All right, 7. Okay.
There they go. 2 of
7
them behind
and
here.
8, so 12 and 13. Okay, yeah, they survived that. As
Damn.
the thing like explodes, like hitting the large guy, you
Oh, you
definitely
might need to move the viewer map.
Yep, hold on. I will get that in a second. Yeah, the viewer map that we've got here. So down here, where you guys are.
Oh, yeah, you gotta
slamming,
move
slamming
way
into
down.
them with that. Yeah, because I have to use a separate window and a separate browser for controlling the other thing. But yeah,
Ooh.
as those explode and slam into the larger zombie, they're definitely taking chunks and pieces off of it as it like shrieks and moves towards you guys. And the one smaller zombie that was there definitely got hit by the 2 blasts and managed. Actually, you know what? No, hold on. I rolled the wrong thing there. That was for the other guy. So he survived the
also
first one,
makes it.
but the second one he doesn't make it.
Yeah.
So the first meteor that explodes, you see like a few chunks of him come off, but he's still standing, and then the second one that goes off manages to almost entirely annihilate his torso, and all of his limbs go flying all over the place.
Cool.
And that one's
I'm gonna
out.
cast Eldritch Blast, and I get 2 streams of this, so I get to fire it twice. And I'm gonna aim at this guy and this guy. Yeah.
Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
That is an 11
Give
to
them more
hit.
damage to the bigger guy.
Yeah, so of the 2 that are there, it's 9 to hit and then 11 to hit. Both of those hits, so then you click the word Eldritch Blast and it'll roll the damage.
Oh, right, get my damage.
So
Right, there we go.
9
So it's
and
just 9
9.
force damage for each of them.
All right,
Yeah.
sweet. So there's 9 damage to him, and then the other guy's got to make a con of 14, and he does make it. So the zombie
damn
that's
it.
there gets slammed and manages to hold himself together as you hit him with the attack. All right, Alloy, you are up.
Doc, quick question.
Yeah, what's up?
This guy here, he takes up all of those spaces, does he not?
All 4 of those spaces. Yeah, he like
So would he
walked
not have
into
taken
it.
damage from entering the wraiths?
Sure, why not? Roll the damage.
Yes!
Sorry, I was just kind of looking at it. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, no, and then he's got to make that wisdom save, which he boofs. So 16 necrotic.
Nice.
Yeah, because he's at the edge of the map, so I was like, yeah, sure.
Is there a big boy over there?
Is there? You can't see, because it's dark, but you can hear there's a lot of noise coming from over here, and coming from over here, and coming from up over in, that-ish direction from where you are.
Well, I can see this action here.
Yeah.
Alloy, straight ahead, help!
1, 2, 3. And I am just going to start swinging at this guy beside me.
Okay. Okay, you do. He is technically within range of the light, so you do have visual on him. I was like, if you were attacking somebody that's in darkness, you have disadvantage because you're attacking blind. Big sword. I like
It's
that.
a hit.
25 hits. Roll for damage. As it comes down with a slice. 12 slashing damage.
Juicy.
He hangs in. As you slash into him, you see there's a couple of chunks of him come off, and he's hanging in there. 14 hits. Roll for damage. He doesn't make it. You managed to like come on like the upswing, and it takes off not only his head but like halfway up his torso, so one of his arms goes with it, and his body just kind of sprawls out into pieces on the ground.
Nice.
And I shall end my turn here.
All right, Talrand, you're up. Sneck, you are on deck.
I open fire on the guy who's attempting to make snack pie.
All right, this big fella here. Roll for damage.
So,
A roll to hit, rather.
before I do that,
Mm-hmm.
my hunter's mark left the guy who fucked off.
Yep.
It's I'm not allowed to move it then. Fuck.
Did you lose sight on him?
No, I'm not. The spell says I'm only allowed to move it for free if the creature dies.
Ah.
And he's gonna run for the next minute.
Yeah, he's
He's
gonna
not
be running
dead.
off.
He's fucked off.
Yep.
That's another casting.
Ah,
Thankfully,
goof.
it's just a bonus action, but that's a.
On the bright side,
Hunter's
it's running
mark.
away for an entire minute.
Yeah, so I'm moving the hunter's mark onto that asshole, and not using my radiant arrows because a double tap on them apparently is not enough to kill them, and I don't have that many of them. Does that hit?
All right. Yep, that hits. The 15 whisper. Hey, you're fucking dead. All right, 16 damage. So yeah, the 16, like the arrow absolutely finds its mark, and the creature kind of reels a little bit from getting struck before it continues to lurch forward. Another hit. Yeah, 19 hits, and that's another 12 damage. Bow! As you take a chunk of the side of its head off.
I look at one of these guys and find that they're not wanting to go down. That's when I break out the radiant damage.
All right. And
And
is
I
that your
shout
turn?
out, another dozen coming from the west. And one's approaching from the east, around the corner of the building, shouting that to the guards.
Copy that. All right. Sneck, you are up.
I'm about to take an attack of opportunity.
You can forego a action to disengage.
Oh, that's true. Because that
Yeah.
prevents you from taking.
Yep.
That's okay. I only wanted to move. I didn't actually want to do anything else.
Yeah, because that's your you can give up your standard action to perform a disengage, which allows you to move away from people without provoking an attack of opportunity. But then you just have your movement and your bonus action this turn.
Wait, I still get my bonus action?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Give me a second. So that's 15 feet there, and then I move a little bit further.
Yep.
I gotta make sure I'm protecting the doorway. Perfect. Cool.
All right.
And then I have a bonus action.
You do. Now do you need a little picture?
Yeah, now a little picture. Yeah.
Little picture. There he is. Little skull.
And it attacks that guy with a 25 to hit.
All right. With a 25. 25 to absolutely hits. Roll the damage. 9 force damage. Yeah. As it's just a tiny skeletal face and like starts biting into the side of this thing and tearing off chunks of it with its spectral teeth. Is that your turn?
Yes.
All right. The Paladin Order, after hearing Talrand call out that there are more coming, not only from the west, but they're coming around the building from the east side, they then like move in to form a shield wall at the doorway there. And you can hear Samuel call out to you like, "Fall back to this position!" And Drakir, you're up.
So are they saying that to fall back to the rest of the party, or?
They're saying that to everybody who's outside. You are not outside. You are still technically in the building.
That does change my plans of what I was going to do.
Yeah, if we fall back, we can force them into a choke. Whereas out here, we might just get swarmed and overwhelmed. We kind of poked
Very
out,
true.
cleared the field a little bit, and then it's like, okay, there's a lot more of these things. We should probably back up a bit.
Yeah,
you
that's
do
a
that
good
that
idea.
mistake that a lot of people make,
Bottleneck.
where they run out and they're like, "Yeah, these guys are easy," and they run out into the field and start swinging at zombies, and they're like, "Wait," as there's a whole bunch.
Oh yeah, I only went out because I knew I only had a 30-foot range, and I was like, I only get to do this twice. I'm gonna get as much use of it as I can.
I miss the nice undead from home.
So do I. Hey, we have one of them with us.
I know, but this is butts.
Do anything else back here?
I am going to ready a scorching ray in case one of the big boys comes in the sight.
Okay, so when you see one of them move up, you let me know, and and we can roll that out. All right. And then the zombos went. Let's see. Let's go 5, 10, 15, 20, and then 5, 10, 15, 20, as a bunch of them start rushing the building. 20, and then these ones 5, 10, 15, 20. Move up to there, but these guys 5, 10, 15, 20, and then they have to make, what is it, wisdom save, DC 15?
Yep.
They both fail. So the two of them walk into that thing and get ripped apart.
Nice.
Blah. And this thing goes 5, 10, 15 to that position. It also has to make a wisdom save, which it boofs. And what's half of 4?
And that big boy just came in the sight.
7. So that's minus 7 HP. And yeah, roll damage for this, or roll to hit with Scorching Ray. God, I could go for some Doritos right now. Fuck.
Aw, Doritos.
An 18 absolutely hits as it screeches through the darkness.
He did so bad he owes points?
So all 3 of them hit. Roll for damage. All right. Yep. And then 16. So let's see.
36.
He makes
Not bad.
that he doesn't. So the huge hulking creature, as you could see, running towards you guys, as you just start burning these scorching rays into it as it's coming into the light. You can just hear as it collapses forward onto the ground. Its body smoldering, hulking form on the ground.
Did that take all 3 scorching rays?
It did.
Right.
10, 15, 20, 25. Yep, so then it's going to make that wisdom save. It fails. So it's going to take that 14 necrotic.
Nice. Get it
and
the
then
fuck away from me.
it swings at you. Does a 13
What?
hit you?
A 13,
What's your AC?
14, so no.
So yeah, this thing swings its huge rotting club towards you,
And ducky duck.
it just misses you. It's a boom, goes right over your head. All right. Those guys have moved up there. These 3, 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 25. They make it to there, and then they gotta make stupid fucking saves. Nope.
Sorry,
And then
Doc.
also no. So yeah, no. I've made these things very breakable, so it's fine. The rest of these guys eventually make their way around the corner.
Because you made a million of them.
Start,
Fuck.
yeah, well, that's the point. Start making their way
I
over.
know.
And then these guys, 10, 15, 20, and then 10, 15, 20. They get to about there before they are also out of movement. All right. And then we have, let's see, there. There's these guys that come in here, and
Jesus. There's even more coming.
yeah, there's a
This
bunch.
is the most baddies we've ever had to take out at one time. This is gonna be fun.
It's fun. I'm loving this.
This is fantastic.
Glad you guys are having a good time. All right.
The dynamic lighting just makes it. It just
Yes.
makes it. This is so immersive and fantastic. Like I'm losing my fucking mind. It's great.
This was so worth the effort you put in, Doc, to get this to work. This is
Thank
absolutely
you.
amazing.
It
it's
was
so awesome,
very
dude.
frustrating.
I believe it, but it is
sucked.
wonderful.
But I'm glad you guys are having a fun time with it. But yeah, so as you can see, more of them keep pouring towards you guys. And Caleb, you are up. Piffles, you are on deck.
My kill count has skyrocketed.
I've gotten 1 kill so far.
That's a lot of zombies. Yes, Kara.
Batman.
Oh, that's nice of you, Kara. Make it Easter baskets. So as we check in on our boy up top here, Caleb, what you up to?
Still waiting for something to. Oh, something's happening. Let's see. Now, is that spell cone or no? It's a line. And confuse lines. Screw it. I'm wasting enough time. Go forward and chop it.
Slash attack. Yeah, roll to hit.
And a hit. And fuck!
I mean, a 10 still hits.
But it's a natural 1.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I can see that.
One, yeah, fail is still a fail. Within reason. Yeah, like, what do you do if that happens? I mean, typically the book is like, nah, fail's a fail. So if you roll a 1, it means you didn't make it. Even if your added
He
score
could
still
hit the
doesn't do it.
zombies, but injure himself in the process.
No.
Like pull a muscle or something.
You know what? I'll allow it. Roll the damage.
Yeah.
7. All right, let's see. If this guy can. What's that? He's got to make over a 12. He doesn't. So the zombie that's there in front of you, you run out, slash with it, and its head just comes right off, and it just and it falls over.
Oh, that's 1.
Get these guys actually onto the squares that they're supposed to be on. Here we go. They didn't turn.
In short, Caleb can't actually miss.
And what is what you doing for the rest of your turn? Because you still, I believe, have another attack and some movement and a bonus action.
Wait, how do I have another?
Do you have 2 attacks per round whenever you take an attack action?
Rogues only
Rogues
have
don't
1.
get that.
No.
Rogues don't get that, really.
Yeah,
I
rogue
think you're
is
thinking
one
of
the few
monks.
classes that
I
don't
am
get
thinking
that.
I am thinking of
Yeah.
a lot of other classes
You're
that
thinking
get
of-
the additional attack feature.
Yeah.
That is my bad. All right, well, you still have movement and a bonus action. What would you like to do?
Most rogues tend to get magic items that let them cast haste on themselves, or just try 2-weapon fighting.
I cast haste.
No, I'm just gonna stay put right there for now.
Copy that. All right. Piffles, you are up. Alloy is on deck.
Me. Let me check my spell sheet. I say. Oh, fuck. I can't scroll. Right.
You might not want to stay in front of the ugly dude.
So, I am gonna move back. Hang on 1 second, actually. Just gonna do a quick measure.
Are you disengaging so you don't provoke an attack of opportunity? Because then you can't do anything else.
No, I am deciding
Remember, the paladin did just shout, "You might want to get back in the building."
I know, I just want to take out some dudes before I do that. So rather than moving, I am, let me see here, 15. Okay, so rather than move, I'm gonna do this first. I'm gonna cast Thunder Wave. Hang on a second. Yeah. Gonna do a Thunder Wave.
Thunder.
Oh, fuck. Hang on. It just zoomed me out again because,
That's
yay,
okay.
I can't.
You just click wherever you want it to go, and I can draw you a square. Because it's what? Thunderwave is 10 feet out.
It is a 15-foot cube coming from me, and I want that cube to start here so it hits this big guy and these guys.
Okay.
See that?
So like
So I was gonna cast it
like
coming. Yeah, right there. Yeah, because it has to be a cube that's touching me.
Yeah.
So that's perfect.
It has
It's
to
still
be touching you at some junctures. So yeah, you could
so that's
do.
good. And then I can hit all 3 of those guys
All right.
with Thunder Wave.
Yeah, because
That
yeah,
seems to be stretching the rules there a bit.
yeah.
Well, because if it's on the edge of
there's
it, like,
there.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
Yeah, the squares are
if
kind
it's
of
not
hard for
gonna
me
hit
to
those
see
2
down in
guys,
this
then
area.
just
Hold
go
on.
for the big dude. Like, if it's gonna do, yeah, let's
Oh,
just
that's
hit.
because it fully just erases the grid once you get out a certain distance. That's annoying.
Yeah, it's hard.
Let's go like this, and then. So yeah, from where you are, you can do like there and or there, so you can catch the big guy or the 2 small guys.
I'll hit the big guy.
Okay.
Big guy's gonna be more trouble than the little guys. I can run away from the little guys because they're slow.
All right.
Ish.
Now, did you step back 5 feet when you cast it, or did you cast it while you were standing there?
Why?
Because if you step back 5 feet, then he will swing at you.
I have not stepped back, no. I need to move my token forward
That's
again,
okay.
don't
I'll
I?
just put you right there.
So I was going to cast it and then run back towards the door.
All right. So as you cast this spell, there's a thunderous wave that comes out, and it's 7 thunder damage, and it's a DC 14 Constitution save, or else he gets pushed.
Yeah, he gets pushed 10 feet away from me as well.
That
he
is...
takes 2d8 thunder damage and gets pushed away.
All right. So Constitution. DC 14, he does unfortunately make it, but he still takes the damage.
He still takes half damage.
Yeah.
So he takes 3 damage.
So you see the wave like slam into him, but just due to the sheer size of him as it hits him, it doesn't seem to push him away from you, at least not at this time. So you are sort of still next to him. If you want to move, you can, but it will occur an attack of opportunity.
Damn it, even if I like hit him with the thunder wave and run, like...
Yeah.
Yep.
That's bullshit.
That's why I said you have to choose. Do you want to run or do you want to fight?
Because if I run now, he'll get an attack of opportunity. But if I stay here, he's gonna swing at me again anyway.
Yeah.
Yup.
So I'm just gonna move.
You probably should run, yeah. All right,
Hang
so
on one
as
sec.
you turn to swing, turn to run, he does take a swing at you. Does a 24 hit. He does 12 damage to you as his club catches you just as you're running away from him.
I got it.
All
I
right.
put it in my sheet.
Dope. All right. And Alloy, you are up. Talrand, you are on deck.
There is a reason I decided to stay behind the wall of paladins.
I'm gonna stand there, and then I'm gonna hold action to attack anything that gets adjacent to me.
Copy that. And Talrand, you're up. Sneck, you're on deck.
I don't think I'm actually in full darkness, am I?
From where you're standing?
No.
Hold on. Let me.
It's 20 feet and 20 feet, then I'm not in full darkness.
Hold on. Let me double check something here. Yeah, it's supposed to be 20 feet and then 20 feet, but for some reason it is still showing you as being in full blackness from there.
Oh, I know why. Because the radius takes into account extended diagonals, while the blocks.
Where the thing doesn't.
Right.
As it measures out its circle. Yeah. That's fine. We'll just say that you are.
If I'm in full darkness, I don't think I'll move then.
Copy that.
How injured is the last big guy looking?
The one big guy that you can see there,
Yeah,
who's still making his way up, he's looking pretty rough. Hard to tell. If you want, you can roll like an insight or a perception. I'll allow a perception. He's looking pretty rough. Like, he's not bloodied yet, but he's getting there.
Oh, okay. If he's not bloodied, then just open fire on the guys to the north. I'm going to support Caleb.
Dope. To the north. The zombos up there. They both hit those, or actually the whisper hits. Which one are you aiming for?
Moving my hunter's mark onto the first guy there, because that guy died.
Copy that.
Like-
All right, yeah, so that guy's got his hunter mark on him now. And roll your damage. So that's 8 plus 3. 11, so 16. It's got to be to 16. It doesn't. As it goes blag and falls over.
And I move it to the next one.
And to the next one that is... Oh, that one? Okay.
Yep.
We'll put it on him. This guy we will remove. Okay. I'm just going to move the camera up just a little bit. And... Yeah, see, like a
That
12,
one.
12 still hits.
I have a ridiculous bonus.
I'll
to
allow
my
it.
hit.
Because I'm just like, I'm going to roll a d20. If it's under 10, then I'll be like, yeah, sure, why not? With a Hana's mark, you do 6 and 14, so that's 20 damage.
It's got to make that 25.
25, yeah, he doesn't make it. This is the arrow slams into the second one right in his temple and just tumbles over onto the ground.
My turn.
All right. And Snek, you are up. Drakiar, you are on after the Paladins.
Cool. So, being as I'm small, can I move to there, like getting past the paladins?
Yep. They are allied characters, so you can move through their space if they allow you, which they do.
Cool. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I need you to move the token from there to here, so I can attack that again.
Okay.
That's a bonus action.
Let's do that. Yeah, as the laughing skull makes its way over there. And yeah, move
I need you to
that
be
up there.
so that it can keep
Yep.
up with the thing as it moves. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. It moves over there and makes a bite.
Yeah. Misses.
Yeah, no, it does make. Chomps at the air. And
Also, just to clarify for when you're moving the zombies, this little wonderful spiritual box I have doesn't require line of sight.
Yep.
Okay.
I figured as much. All right. Is there anything else you do? Just a standard action.
No, that's my turn for now.
Okay. The Paladins continue to hold their line with the shield as you run past them. Samuel, from where he's standing, is just like, yes, continue, quick, inside. The one that is standing there, who has a flame breath attack, steps out to here. That's 1, 2, 3. And turns, opens his mouth, and lets out a roaring blaze of fire in the direction just south of him. And we're going to say that this guy, and this guy got roasted out as they just like suddenly turn to ashes as the fire washes over them. He then steps back into his position in the wall and reaffixes his shield where he was. The
I bet
one
he's having
paladin that's
fun.
over there, that's up next to Caleb, steps out and makes a swing with his sword, and manages to drop the one zombie that is his closest and readies himself for further combat. Actually, after he does that, he fucking steps back to the line there, because He doesn't want to be out there in the open. Drakir, you are up. Drakir?
Just the big group. Just throwing my last fireball at that big group right over here.
That big group over there. All right, roll me some damage.
I already went ahead and did.
Show me what that fireball do. 30 fire damage. As there's another massive explosion, clearing out the group of zombies that were approaching from that side of the building there.
I can't see.
We just lost
For
sight
a
of what was
brief
going on.
flash over on this side, you saw like between a half a dozen to a dozen zombies just get incinerated.
Killed the torch, Doc.
I'm blind.
Doc, the vision torch is gone.
Oh, the vision torch is gone? Oh, whoops. We'll just grab this and we'll put it down over here.
My eyes.
We'll just move that like there. There you go.
Not that it matters for some of us, but for others
I
of us,
can
it matters a lot.
fight.
I was about to be like, no, the fireball blew it up. To be like, you don't get a torch no more.
Don't do this to me.
Please, no. And it's actually turn, Drakir. You can do anything else?
Bonus action, I am burning 5 sorcery points to get another 3rd level spell back.
Copy that. All right. And The Walking Dead. As these guys
Okay, series.
move to here.
Hi.
That first one gets into the thing and makes it. Still taking a little bit of damage from the aura, but approaching up to where these guys are. The second one to enter with the 17 manages to get in past it, like the souls and the wraiths tearing into them, but they just keep fighting their way through it as they move up. Then the next few, at least the first one doesn't make it, but the second one gets in closer to there, and the first one that is standing there, you said you made a ready to action to attack anybody that gets close to you?
Yes.
Swing! Big sword, 17, that hits. Roll for damage. 13. Ooh. So your sword, you slash hard across the torso, and it's still standing. 24 hits. Roll that damage. Oh, can he beat a 17? He doesn't. The zombie falls over onto the ground, but the one behind it immediately moves into its place and moves to attack you. Nah, 22.
Oh, he got me.
7 bludgeoning. As it walks up, is slashing against your armor.
Oh no.
Oh no. All
I
right,
attacked
and
3 times earlier. Whoops.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
I'm not used to being such a low level.
15, 20, 25, 30. And the damage from that was 16. Does he make that save? He doesn't. So he takes that damage. Fuck, these guys are fucking garbage. Oh, man. 10.
This is why me.
I see that.
20.
That's why.
Yeah, that thing comes running up there, but has to wait its fucking turn. Let's see.
Best thing is the spell lasts 10 minutes.
15. As these guys.
This is becoming problematic.
As those things move up towards the wall on the upper side where Caleb is standing, one of them moves up and makes a swing. Does a 17 hit?
Where's my AC? There it is. Yeah, it hits.
7 damage. As it starts to slash into you.
Right, so there.
10, 15.
Okay.
All right, and the paladin that is standing there with you reaches out with his sword and slashes, killing the one that was there, but the next one just immediately moves to take its place. And does a 15 hit you?
No.
It swings, missing you narrowly. And these guys, 5, 10, 15, immediately start moving up. This one to that position, and this one to that position there. As they start to, in a wall, just start to overcome that position. The other two make an attack. Does a 6 hit you?
No.
As it swings and misses. Does a 4 hit you?
My crit miss.
Yes, actually.
As it swings, some of them are like obviously like terribly sloppy movement as they're moving up towards you. You do not necessarily see them, but in the distance, marching towards you guys from the south, you hear the clang of heavy metal boots. As it makes its way up the cobblestone streets, the sound of heavy armor upon the cobblestone marching up towards you.
Called for dwarvish reinforcements, right? Please tell me you guys called for dwarvish reinforcements. Ah, fuck. That's not a friendly-looking thing.
Moving up towards you guys, you see a tall, imposing skeleton dressed in full plate armor, carrying a massive two-handed mace over its shoulder, and adorning its head appears to be a large crown of some kind. As it marches within view, it calls out over the city.
You dare bring the warmth of life into my kingdom? Prepare yourselves, mortals, to serve me for all eternity.
At the emergence of this being, marching its way out of the darkness towards the structure that you are in, Samuel Brightblade takes a deep and nervous breath. The Skeleton King calls
Leoric?
our names.
Is his
And with
name
that,
Leoric?
ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna wrap for today.
I hate you.
I hate you too. You're my good friend, and I hate you.
Oh shit! I got so caught up in the combat, I literally didn't notice that it's like past 10 p.m.
Yep.
This was a real good game. Shit.
Thank you. Yeah, combat went on for quite a while, and I do apologize for that, but I'm enjoying myself tremendously,
Don't
and I hope you guys are as well.
apologize.
Can Sneck say one last thing?
Yeah, go for it. Acolyte Snack sees the crown undead and screams, "Death to the Pretender!"
Very snack.
This is where
very
the paladins would look at me like, "Are you okay?"
All right, and so, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of our stream today. Thank you all so much for coming out. We are going to be rating the Optimal Duo after this. Whoops, I hit a bad button there. R-A-I-D is how you spell raid. Okay, and there it is. So thank you once again, everyone, for coming out. Thank you for your support, Mr. Classic Magic. Thank you for your donation. Kara, thank you for your bits and your gift subscriptions. Thank you for all of the follows and the views and all of the sharing you guys have been doing on social media and in other areas. We really appreciate it out here. So thank you again. And to our players, we have, from the top of the list, we've got Esteban playing Talrand, our skeleton archer.
Always promise to try and not interrupt his speeches with arrows.
You can't because we're in combat. You can't. He's allowed to say things now. And of course, we've got Raynor playing Drakiar, our draconian sorcerer.
I got a surprise for next week.
And of course, we've got Kaldaka Grey playing Sneck, our kobold cleric.
You think you've got surprises? I was waiting for this.
And of course, we have Quad playing our Warforged warrior, Alloy.
No, not next week, the week after, sorry.
Yeah, week after.
This is fine.
It's fine. Got him both.
Just zoom in on Alloy right now.
Hold on.
This is fine.
Yeah, we're gonna zoom in. It's fine. Fine. Help! Mother, help! And of course, we've got Palanthir playing our Air Genasi rogue, Caleb.
I felt kind of useless this round. Let's see how next week develops.
Hell
You're
yeah.
surrounded.
And last, but of course certainly not least, we've got Envisaurus Rex playing our Goblin Bard, Piffles. All right.
I feel that.
So thank you all again, everyone, for coming out, and we will see you all again tomorrow on our next live stream, playing some more Evil Genius and D&D every Thursday on this channel. End of line. Mom!